Mel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I'm not a mod no more.
I can hear you.
Why? Hold on, let me mod you. I didn't do that. It says you're a mod. Late, I finally got to the hotel, and let me tell you, this is the smallest hotel I've ever been in, and the window is unlocked.
What?
Oh,
I'd be locking it.
I don't know how to lock it. Like negative tones, even with them asleep, I just know that, I just stay in this tone.
Is Cindy in here yet?
girl, you did that drive and got the kids to bed and everything else?
They were exhausted.
How far was the drive?
2 hours. I'm in Boardman, Ohio.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, let me tell you,
This
when I
this is no longer AK's account, Beagle Mama.
when I entered this part of Ohio, let me tell you, it smelled like straight up sulfur, and it still does.
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
lovely.
I've never been anywhere where it smells like sulfur. And then the hotel, the window, like, and this is a decent hotel, but the windows are not locked, and I smell weed, but I like, well, not that word, but I like that smell, just not so much with
Not with the
kids,
right.
right?
No,
And yeah,
you're
it's
fine, Beagle Mama. You're more than welcome to talk.
Teddy shared a live video.
We're gonna have some people that was harmed in
here's
the
the thing.
chat.
Well,
Well, Teddy, let me.
at first, I want to say some things to get off of my chest in regards to those two videos, and then the floor is whoever's. But I just need to. Whew, there's some things I gotta say. So we'll wait for a few more people, and then I'm waiting for a couple more people, and then I'm gonna start because I definitely don't want to repeat myself.
Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
what up, Jen Jen?
What up?
I'm gonna start working on the block list.
I I can't unblock Fanta right now because I'm already in the live, but I will after.
Who?
Fanta?
Oh, Fanta.
I don't know who that is, but they followed me on my Megatroll account.
Okay. Fanta is an AK supporter.
Oh, I don't care if you're an
Okay.
AK supporter in
Yeah.
here or not.
No, I was just telling you because y'all didn't know who AK was or Fanta was. So.
Everybody's
Okay.
welcome here. I have to say my
The bomb
piece.
died. Yep. Everybody.
Yep, and we
Oh.
won't kick you from the live. If you, we're not going to allow for nastiness. So if you won't be kicked from the live, but you will be muted for the entire live if you do it. It is Mega Mary troll account, so we got to make you sit your ass in there and listen to everything without being able to talk.
Okay, and I'm gonna say this: there's probably close to 2 to 3 thousand people that are blocked, and being people have unfollowed this. Now we just have a bunch of blank block people. we have we can only unblock 15, then we have to go out and come back into the block list and start over again. So we are unblocking as fast as we can. We cannot search for names to unblock, so it'll just take some time.
Yeah, there really should really be a feature.
So let me just go ahead and start with I'm a little bit shocked. Um, I'm a little bit shocked. Here's why. Because the AK had spent so much time. So whenever I came around the AK situation, it was very, who are these people? They were trying to figure me out. I was like everybody knows I go where the wind blows me. Like if I don't know you, I go and I sit and I do my thing. I can't explain my thing, but I just do that. Well, I liked the banter between AK and I. Try to convince me. And let me just put a disclaimer here right now. I am not considering myself a victim of no one. especially AK. I am not. I know I'm a 38-year-old grown woman myself into. Okay? And I had every intention on just being a troll with AK. But whenever they were like, they wanted this original page shut down because it was going after their good. And don't chop my head off, but I thought Jason Hernandez was a light to that situation. I loved watching him in the boxes with AK. He did not like me whatsoever, but I was very fond of him. I thought he was very, some good on this page. I know that there are other pages they were babysitting them because they had ticked off some other creators that were trying to take the pages down. And I'm like, let me just give this page to AK. They could do some good with it and be done with the negative side of this whole account. And their good friend had sent me a text message through AK telling me how they wished me, after I gave the page, they had sent this very long message. Mama Tot, we'll just say who it was, sent a very long message to be sent to me. Side of all this is going to be taking over this page. Meanwhile, me and AK still remained close in texting and buddies. They would put me on missions. We called them missions. As long as I was on missions, I was good to go. We were entertained. Like, they wanted to shut down this page for one person, but then they put me on dozens of missions for dozens of people. This video how they didn't want to harm any of their friends, but these are the people that the names that they gave me, they wanted doxxed, bullied. They weren't loyal to the people they had in their boxes for months and in their Discord. I was in AK's Discord because I got in, not by them inviting me, but I was not in all the channels. So they let these people in their channels. They obviously trusted them. And then they turned around and they wanted Megatroll Mary to troll them. How do you freaking do that and then sit on that asked me to do worse than I was already planning? Like, I don't understand how you can sit on here and cry and say you didn't want your friends harmed on TikTok when you knew exactly what you signed off on. This was the goal. The missions have purposes. So I'm not really sure where these tears are coming from, other than the fact that you did not expect me to pull one over on you and get this account back. You did not expect that. That was never on your bingo card. And it was on. So right when the whole Terra and all of that came about, and then the Ona thing, that's when I was like, wait a minute, this page isn't going to be for good. This page is literally doing worse than what I was doing. So I filed with TikTok. I filed like somebody takes your account, I filed one of those to get this account back. And because I had this like suspicion that my tax information, once I'd gone by, last week, I want to say, AK starts messaging me at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, Mary, did you hack the account? Are you trying to take the account? What are you doing? And I was like, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, what? No. And they're like, oh, somebody must be reporting it stolen or something. And I was like thinking, oh, I think TikTok finally got around to it would send a code to AK's other email that it's linked to. So I told AK that it's going to send you a code. I'll go in the account. I'll turn off two-factor. You can get back in. And I did, knowingly tell him that and AK has like lost their shit over it because, I see some of the messages that are in here and they did not expect me to take the page back. Oh, wow. So you're a liar on top of many other things. So that's great. I'm not reading the videos today. They're like, I don't dox people. Meanwhile, saying my first and last name. Meanwhile, trying to put out there that I'm going to school for nursing. And they're literally trying to shame me and make me feel bad for being an internet troll. You can't be an internet troll and be a nurse. Really? Because I thought you couldn't be a nurse and steal patient medication. You're doxing me, you're telling my personal information, and you know what? I deserve it. I'm not saying that I don't deserve it. I'm just saying the hypocrisy of it all. There was another thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, it's not lagging for me.
People in the comments are saying that it's lag freezing up on them.
The apology to Tara. You're not sorry to Tara. You're never going to be sorry to Tara. Some internet or some mailing of some rugs. And I will say that when I saw those in that moment, it was very impulsive of me. I was impulsive. I literally took screenshots. I was like, oh, how could you say you're sober and you're doing this? And oh, how could you say you're not a grifter and you're doing this? And I put those. It was impulsive. I probably shouldn't have done it. That's all I can say. But you wanted to save one person from being, I'm not even going to say that the accountability warriors slander or any of that stuff. They literally, you guys are, everybody is doing the same exact thing. It's just nobody likes the target. Nobody likes when it's literally everybody's doing the same shit. You can't come on here and say that you're a better person than another when you were literally, when you are telling somebody in a private message other people's information that you were claiming were your friend, like, oh, blank blank, they're cool, not do anything with it. You knew that meant make a troll account, dox them, post their vulnerabilities, vulnerabilities. You knew what that entailed. That's why you took advantage of my services, for lack of better words. And it does not give you clean hands. Both of our hands are dirty. And the Victoria thing, you called me and was like, you need to take down Victoria. And then there was like, I don't even know who these Arizona stuff into it because they have never crossed paths with me. So like, I don't know who that is. I don't go after people that I have never interacted with. I have no idea who that is. So I'm not trying to be rude, but I didn't go try to take down their stuff. If anybody has any questions, there's a spot in the box. I'm happy to answer questions. I know there are people curious. I do want to apologize to...
Hey, you don't need to apologize to me. I mean, I told you, but we've had this talk. We don't need to have it here.
Nancy, do you want in the box? Because I don't know what you're asking.
Hey, Mary.
What?
Do you
Were posted about the rugs. I'm not going to entertain anything about, oh, they're doctored, because you know what? Their word is no longer, it hasn't been, anything for a very long time, in my opinion. What they don't understand is you're a leader of a community and you represent safe place and you have people that are sober, trying to stay sober in your community. 1,000 days sober. Everybody's supporting you, which is great. But you know what? This all explains your behavior. This is not sober behavior. And I'm going to say this. You need inpatient treatment. You need to work a program, you need to go to meetings, and you need to surround yourself around people that are sober. Not the people you're surrounding yourself in boxes with right now. And I mean that. You are harming people with what you're doing. What happens if somebody in your community sees those messages online one more time and it's the last time? These are things that you need to think about. These are things that sober people think about and keep in the back of their mind. I'm not saying a program. You need treatment, inpatient treatment. Your actions have shown since I followed you, since October, that you're not okay. And that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. But you need inpatient treatment. People can still find a safe place to go and talk about their sobriety. A lot of people have been duped, and I've talked to Cindy about this. This is not many other people that woman offered rugs to. That is criminal. People like her keep people sick. That's part of the problem in this country. And that's really all I have to say about that.
Thanks, Jen. Nancy.
Thank you, Jen.
Time. Anybody has any questions for me? I'll stay in a box, or you guys can drop me. I'll stick around.
You can stay in the box. I just want Nancy to ask her questions next.
All right. Well, thanks for letting me speak.
Like I said, that was just an impulsive situation. I have no attack on you. I have no reason. Discord to show people oh my god, just in that moment I was just this is the grifting part that everybody's talking about, and it was so impulsive, and I'm sorry about that. Truly, I am sorry that your number.
Nancy's on mute. What the hell?
I can't hear her.
She's on mute.
There you go.
You have a poor connection, Nancy.
Yeah, I probably do.
You said if you choose,
Yep.
and then what did you say?
Nancy, you have a bad connection. TikTok will mute you if your connection's too bad.
Well, I heard all that.
Oh, I said if I chose to send her money, that was my business.
Oh no, it's very much your business. It's very. It was oh my god, here we go. Everybody's saying that AK's a grifter, and here's point blank. That was the point of it. It was not anything against you. Heck, I wish I had a friend that was willing to do all that. Everybody should have a friend like you, Nancy.
Well, thank you. But I offered it. She didn't ask me for it. I offered that myself.
I mean, I'll only say my opinion if you want to hear my opinion, but okay, that's cool.
Okay, that's all I wanted, and I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to leave in peace.
Thanks, Nancy.
Nancy.
Yep. Thank you. Can you kick me out of the box, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
That was a very nice conversation.
I feel bad. Am I okay to speak now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel bad, Nancy. No one wants to feel like they were duped. Okay? Can I just leave that there?
Yes.
And now, Mary, from the very beginning,
Excuse me, I don't think we're going to be talking on this live about coming after somebody.
Oh, I didn't mean like that. Oh, no, I don't mean like that.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't pick it up
sorry.
like that either in this like conversation.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
we
I'm
were
talking
being
to you, Mary.
Yeah,
we were
I
being
get
watchful.
you.
Cindy's just protecting your live, Mary,
Yeah.
making
Thank
sure
Okay,
that
you.
thank you. I appreciate you, Cindy. I'm sorry. Thank you for being protective. But Mary,
I'm still crazy.
well, all right, we're all still crazy. Why did you even sign up for this, dude?
So,
Did you need a little adventure in your life? Like, that's what I'm thinking about it. Like, I think Mary just wants some adventure in her life.
well, I was talking to somebody about this earlier today, and it's like my real life is so type A. I do all the right things. I have all the right stuff going on. I have normal life stress, but it's type A, it's cookie cutter, I'm not bored. It's just like normal
Oh,
thing.
you're bored. You're bored. Sis, you're bored.
When
But
I
okay, how
when
did you
I
grow up? Did you grow
so
up
when
in the
I
foster system?
so when I come online and I talk to people pissed off or whatever, it's like, oh, I'll help with that. That like scratches my itches in my brain. Like, I'll help you with that. And it's like whenever you start trolling, they're like, oh, that's so funny. That's whole hilarious. But then the minute it gets too far, it's like, I didn't do anything. It was all Mary.
But Mary, you've taken it too far since the beginning.
But everybody knows that. Coming in, everybody knows that I go to level 10. Everybody
Yes, you
knows that.
do. Yep.
I have never hidden that. So if you're coming to me and you're asking me to troll and I sign on and I say I'll troll, I'm going level 10.
If I could add something here in your conversation that's relevant, that I just had to tell a bunch of people in a certain Discord. Everybody knows what you get with Mary. And then you use Mary to do what you know Mary will do and then be mad at Mary for being Mary.
Okay.
Mary's not lying about who she is or what she's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying you're
So correct. But this whole thing started out with Mary trolling because she was in another life. I can't even remember it was. And Mary was just like, "You're not gonna fucking talk to me like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm
It's
not
on
trying to get
18.
your life taken up.
It's 18 plus, but
Okay. But Mary's like, "You're not gonna talk to me like that. I'll talk to you however I want, but you're not gonna talk to me like that." And then she would just dip out of the conversation. This is months ago. Like, I don't even know. And I warned everybody, I'm like, don't talk to Mary. Mary's crazy. I like Mary's crazy because Mary's crazy is honest.
if I need
And
to
I
address the
appreciate
chat.
it.
I need to address the chat. I am not saying
Oh,
and Mary and I have had our differences.
mhm.
And Mary knows that I'm not going to bullshit her, lie to her, fucking me off. I'm going to tell Mary, don't do that. I'm not
I'm the
saying that Mary's
same.
behavior is acceptable, guys. Don't look in. That's not what I'm saying. I
Hey,
am
can I break in
saying,
for a minute?
yeah.
Because I mean, we could go on Mary's history for like 4 or 5 hours here. Benny and Leo wants to come up. Does anybody want to give them a box?
I'll drop.
Okay, thanks, sweetie.
okay. So this stay hydrated. The stuff Mary has done is diabolical. Has everybody stepping over that just to get to AK? People come me to troll. Don't come to me if you've been warned about me. Don't come to me. It's that simple.
Well, sometimes, Mary, people don't even see you coming.
That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. I'm not saying
I'm
that
okay
Mary's
with it.
behavior is correct.
Listen,
I'm saying that Mary does not lie about who she is.
no, she doesn't.
Don't want to associate with what Mary does, don't associate with Mary.
Okay, well, I'm not saying that I wasn't.
No, I'm not talking to you.
She's
Okay,
talking to
thank
the
you.
chat. The
I'm
chat is
talking
going
to the
crazy.
chat, honey. I'm not
Oh,
talking to
okay,
you. I'm so
sorry.
sorry. I was addressing the chat but I'm saying
I
Mary
don't
doesn't
agree
lie
with
about what
what
she
Mary
does.
does.
Mary doesn't lie about what she does. You know what you get with Mary. If that's not what you want, don't hang out with Mary. Like my grandma used to say, if you don't lay down with the dogs, you won't get the fleas.
If that ain't your shoe,
And I'm not calling
That's wanting to be in the box.
I
I'm
don't
inviting Vinny and Leo because they seem to have a lot to say. I don't know who they're addressing, me or AK. I don't know.
who is that?
I don't know.
They can request a box if there's one
Why?
open.
I just invited them.
Oh.
That I do bad things. Like nobody
Hold
is
on, Mary.
ignoring that I troll.
Mary, hold on a second. Mel, I don't have that. I sent you a screenshot.
Oh,
Mary,
okay. Well, I do.
DTA wants to know what you're going to do
Mo,
with the messages with the people sent AK on this account. They talked about their sister.
Mo, I have words for you. Mo, I feel horrible for you because I would be on the
Wait,
phone with AK and they would say that
is
they
this Mo the friend?
Mo
Hold
the
on, is
friend,
this
the face
Mo
to
the
face,
friend?
yes, face to face friend.
Oh,
And let me tell you, when
sheesh.
I was on the phone with AK, they would say, "All I gotta do is get Mo, drinky, and they'll do
Yep.
stuff with me." And
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
Yep.
and they know, and I don't know, Mo. I don't know if you have a problem. I'm not saying you do. I'm not judging, but if you do, and this person is around you, and they're enabling you to for their benefit, that's crazy.
Wait, Mo, is this the same Mo that made her chili that time? Like
Yes, this
some
is the
does
same
that?
Mo.
Oh, is it? Oh, Mo, you gotta get off that. You gotta get away from that, dude. 'Cause no. She, oh, Lord. That makes me so sad. Like that makes my heart hurt for how much she's taken advantage of you. And she talked about you and I know that she's been there for you many times. I know that she has. And I'm not going to go into the personal details, but I know she's been there for you many times. But, but, uh-uh. Make your make your own choice. I'm not gonna make it for you, but that's what I have to say about that. Sorry. Sorry to
Bishbrow, what
everyone.
are
I
you
didn't mean
begging?
to.
Bishbrow, what are you begging? Let me make you a mod, Bishbrow. I don't even know who you are, but
We've
The
got enough mods, Mary. Don't worry about it.
um,
okay.
my suggestion was to mute Dauber for a few minutes. We've got so many people that want things to say. We wanted to give other people a chance.
Mary,
You.
can I talk about what we talked about earlier, or is that a no?
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't say your name earlier because I was trying to respect your privacy
It's
when I
okay.
said that I was talking to somebody earlier, but go ahead because I feel like I flopped.
So I just want to say that Mary and I had a discussion earlier that I felt was I don't I don't know if it was fruitful, but I felt like it was honest. Um I'm going to do your dirty work, which is 100% accurate. Everybody knows that. A lot of you haven't been around to witness the Mary stuff, as a few of us have. This dates back to early on days with Tara, Christina, that circle. The fact of the matter is, though, I personally feel that you cannot say that AK used Mary to do her dirty work, where I've seen several of you tell Mary to burn AK to the ground. So you're doing the same thing, right? Why don't you burn AK to the ground if you want to? And I'm not several times in several different discords and several different messages. If you want to burn AK to the ground, do it.
Misty, with I say this respectfully, but AK's burning herself to the ground.
And that's not my point. My point, I'm not here to talk about what AK is currently doing. What I'm talking about is you can't say on one hand that Mary did AK's dirty work while other people are expecting Mary to do their dirty work to get at AK, right? I mean, am I wrong here, Mary? You agreed earlier.
No, I agree with that. Like, everybody should just start doing their shit themselves, to be honest.
And I think for me, Mary, I think it's the intention behind it. So if the intention is to be vindictive, tell you to bring them down, but to advise that if you feel there's things that people need to be aware of to bring awareness to something, is not doing the same thing.
Oh, I'm never bringing awareness. I'm being very vindictive.
See, that's I'm laughing because we had this conversation earlier today. The intentions aren't awareness. The intentions behind Mary aren't. I want to make this world a better place. Mary, I don't know how far you want me to talk, but
you can talk freely on that. This, like, you know, like, I'm not trying to make fun of AK for crying, but like, they're like, oh, this is my outlet, whatever. Hey, I need somebody to be vindictive for me outlet. I'm your girl.
Right. And Mary and I talked earlier about, like, I brought up to her, like, what would this look like if this was one of your children behaving this way on the internet? We all know Mary does it for fun. She has admitted it. She said it. We talked today about why. I don't want to get into your family history, but I don't mean husband, kids. I mean...
No, I just watched this all my life growing up.
Right. I'm talking generational. And when Mary and I had the conversation earlier today, you know, we said, I want to do better for my children. I don't want my child to see how I'm behaving on the internet one day and, you know, and become the same person, the same troll that sits in a box and says, everything I'm doing, I get bored with my life. And so I look to see where the drama's laying at that moment and I hop on and troll people. And I think that there's a real difference between trolling people by being snarky and roasting people. And sometimes even that can go too far. Mine and jumps all the way into the next state. Right? And we all know that about Mary. So
I think we all know that about Mary, but I don't think that just because somebody's in this live or any live or in the box.
AK was using Mary, while I know that the intentions behind some people, not all, some people are to burn AK down. Because I've seen it in writing.
Jesus is here.
Well, Jesus is my friend, so we're good. Anyways, that's what the point that I wanted to make. Mary, I felt like a very productive conversation earlier.
Yeah, it was nice.
And I think that they can be very real, and I think that everybody deserves to be loved and appreciated and seen. And I hope that there's a point that you can stop this stuff and start and wants the best for you and doesn't want to use you. That's what that's all I want to say.
And I hope to find, you know, I had always been so against your friend group, but I was thinking about this on my drive here tonight, and I'm like, and don't take offense to this, to anybody, don't take offense to this, please. I just don't know the right words to use. I almost feel like you guys were the OG accountability warriors. Like, you hold people accountable. Like, the things that are said to me, like witch really is really just, I can't take some of the stuff they say to me sometimes when, you know, and it's like they're just, you know, they're just beyond pissed with you. I can't handle the witch stuff, but it's
Mary,
like,
you called the witch's husband. Let's be real. You called the witch's husband.
There is a side to witch that I'm like,
love her, but you called her husband. You know what I mean?
You left a voice message for her fucking husband.
You can't imagine. You can't on any or humanly planet imagine a moment that would be like, okay, we're besties now. You called my husband on me. You know what I mean?
I can't explain things in the moment. I don't want any more drama, but that was somebody else that was like, get her, you know, and I'm like, okay.
We knew all along who was that person. We're not stupid.
But here's my question, is that why do you continue to do the bidding of others? Because who's apologizing? Not them. Nobody apologized for calling Witch's husband but you. Nobody apologized for certain things but you. So why are you continually doing the bidding of others and then having it's a pattern? Why are you doing it?
Trying honestly, I am trying to figure that out.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but you were trying to figure that out back in October, and you were trying to figure that out 2 years ago, and you.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's just like, and it's not. I won't even say the phrase like I get caught up. It's just like in that. It's like that mission. Whenever you're on that mission, it's like, okay, well, this has already gone down the hole, so might as well keep going. I apologize because I took it too far.
Right.
Yes.
Hopefully, you know, I think what I need is like maybe people just don't message me and ask me to troll for them.
And you.
Amen. Preach it, girls.
There's like you can.
You can say no. Like the validation of others is not. Like you're seeking the validation of others, and you can't tell me you're not because you are.
Oh no, I am.
Which is why you've hopped from group to group to group to group, and then when they piss you, and then you're like, well, no, I'm sorry, it's just me. I'm Mary. I'm a troll. Sorry, and then you get back in with them, and then they piss you off, and you do it again. So if you don't want people to keep bringing up, well, that's Mary Hable. Mary Hable this, stop doing Mary Hable shit.
Be the, I'm just going to say this again, just be the Mary Hable that your daughters want you to be.
Yes,
you know?
I definitely just need to find a different way to have fun on the internet.
I mean,
yes,
you can
please.
troll and roast, right? Maybe just find
Brie Olson videos. Go into that, please.
We've tried to shove her into that before, didn't we?
Go fucking troll Santos and Jordan and Valet.
So, is there anybody else down in the chat that wants to talk about the damage that's happening, especially to the recovery community right now? I just want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to talk.
Yeah, before we end up at 3 a.m. still lecturing Mary, which I want y'all to know I lecture Mary every day. She is the little sister I didn't ask for, and she thinks I'm boring because, I lecture her every day.
Can I ask something about the recovery community? No, not about the recovery community. I'm not going to touch on that. What I am going to ask, though, is you guys realize, and this isn't me taking up for AK, this is me 100% trying to be logical here. You guys understand that I'm just going to say sorry now. Whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. They have a prescription for gabapentin, and they also have to submit to random drug tests. Right? Like, where's the logic?
Because that's not what they test for.
Okay, but also they have a prescription for gabapentin.
Which means if they get extra, they can abuse it, which is one of the drugs that they were abusing to begin with.
Right. Correct. But at the same time, who is anybody to say that anybody isn't sober?
Well, who said that? Well, you don't have to say who said it.
A lot of people have said it. Yesterday, when that screenshot came out, it's been said multiple times.
So do you have
to go into recovery. So in
But did
her
you see?
sobriety is not just drug related; it's or alcohol if it happened to have been alcohol.
And
It's
Can I?
and do
Can
you
I?
know that she has a prescription?
Yes, I do.
Can I just
Okay.
say something real quick? I don't want any whatever screenshot was shown by whoever out there. And Jen, I know you had duetted it or stitched it or whatever. That was covering up a key part of what was shown in the Discord. Of AK did say there was a key part covered up in that initial post on TikTok. I will say that.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
never
if people are
spliced
finding
it.
the problem
Okay.
there. I think the problem people have is how excitedly she said, yes, that's what I take.
Okay.
Well,
I'll send you a blanket or whatever the fuck it was. I can't remember exactly. And that part in that TikTok video was covered up. So it looks like AK was being like, drugs or rugs, yes, send them to me. Here's my address. But that key part was covered up. Now, the rest of that I'm not going to speak on. That is not my community. So that's all I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, no, I get where you're coming from because I had this that might not be okay.
and that
My
person also sent AK stuff from like a Walmart delivery, not like to their house. It was like from person to person. It was like Walmart delivered to
yeah,
AK's
she
front
said it was
door.
cleaning products, but they couldn't do the
Correct.
totes for some reason. The jump reading it was just how excited they got that someone was offering it to them because they're, so you wouldn't need extra if you're only taking it as prescribed.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know how closely you've watched AK's lives. Costly, and I'm only speaking on this because I just recently was told by my doctor that she wanted to put me on gabapentin, and I declined because anyways, not neither here nor there. However, AK did lose their prescription or their access to insurance, so paying for.
However, yes, to the person in the chat, when someone uses exclamation points after yes, that is an indication of excitement.
Well, I mean, if you're in pain and that's the thing that helps your pain, I would be excited too, right?
Saying the name of it.
Okay, for why? I
It's
doubt.
You can't
Okay, I'll
say
just stop.
medication name.
Oh, okay. So whatever, we all know what it is by now. But what it does do for some people is give them, how do I say this without it flagging anything? It gives them lots and lots and lots and lots of energy. Super energy. That's the only reason, and I know because I know they already had somebody offering to help them with other things. I'm sure their parents would have been like, it's $20. Okay, I can send you that. Like, you don't need to have people offering. I'd love to know what came before that to get the whole context of the conversation, because I don't think we fully have it.
I think that's important.
Yeah, I don't think we have the full context of the conversation.
Well, only Mary has that right now.
That is true.
And Misty, I'm sorry.
I mean,
Fair. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. To be fair, I brought that up, that very point that you made, because, and this leads me to my next topic. That's what she said. Now, so I'll give her that. For people saying you cannot abuse it, yes, you can. Lastly, there was a comment made that people want, there's two things I want to bring up. That people want to burn AK to the ground. Group was out to get Mama Tot. But I have not seen one single person be able to, in this, especially Vampy, for example. Vampy is always blamed to be, how? I have not seen it. So that's not the intention. That's never been the intention. The intention is not to bring AK down. The intention is not to harm Mama Tot or anything. And I'm suspicious that Mama Tot has been lied to about some of the things that she thinks people on this side are doing. But as far as, you're doing a lot of explaining for AK, right, Misty? And it's It's what you need to be doing, in my opinion, and I'm saying this with all due respect, is you need to be sitting with her and hopefully guiding her to get some help because she needs or whatever. But to believe that she deserves this account when
Oh,
she
she
was
doesn't. That's not my point. I'm going to
okay,
stop you there. That's never. The account is moot at this point. Like AK doesn't
okay,
want it back. I don't think AK should. Has a very hurtful account to someone else, and I think this account should just. If it was my opinion, nobody needs this account. If Mary keeps it, Mary keeps it. But AK doesn't want this account back. This isn't me taking it for AK so that AK can get this account back. That's
okay,
not why I even came up here. I came up here to talk to Mary about what we talked about earlier because I feel like there's a lot of, like I said earlier, I feel like there's a lot of AK was making Mary do her dirty work, but Liz has done the same thing to Mary. Some of the people in this in this chat tonight have done the same thing to Mary. You know, that was my point, is you can't sit and say AK did this while people are currently doing the same thing.
Thank you, Misty. If you guys can just give me, I'm believing it came through the TikTok thing. If everyone would just post the true, do a screenshot, do a screen recording of it. If you see the whole thing, everyone would know any medical drugs or whatnot through that. It was basically paper towels, some dog feeding or cat feeding stuff. No medicine was ever sent to AK. Nothing was ever sent to AK besides paper towels, a water dish thing or something for their animals. I think you guys are all just over processing, thinking what happened, and everyone is just doing the most. Let's all just step back a minute and take a breath. I don't know much before December, but this is all just so drawn out. Mary, I would love to reach out to you one day and just tell you my true feelings about things. Vampy, everyone, I don't know you guys. I wish I knew more, but god damn it, fuckers, wife, like, come on, girl, figure it out. Like, I just wish I could. I hate this for all of you. Like, I don't even know why we are doing this, why we're in. Let's all just be better people. I know everything, but let's fucking stop and let's be humans and let's just touch grass and be real. But I've seen, and Mary, I know you've seen those too. You know damn well AK didn't get the meds. They got the paper towels and the
Oh,
watering
I
thing.
didn't cut off. I didn't cut off the text.
I mean, like we
I'm
just
not
had the
Said that she
conversation
got any drugs.
saying that she got water and paper towels and that the totes couldn't be sent. Like we had this conversation 5 minutes ago that that she received a Walmart grocery
order. But it
delivery.
wasn't for the medicine. I
Right.
I've seen them, and it says clearly. AK says, "Oh, that's what I'm on, whatever." But then they go on to something else. The medicine was never sent. It was said in that message that it's not safe to send them. No, don't send them to me. So why is now everyone going off like a crazy? Come on,
Nobody.
people.
Blaming an elderly lady, a senior citizen, for distributing drugs.
Distributing medicine that they didn't distribute.
I mean, do you have any idea the danger that you put that old lady in on something that you guys are like assuming happened? I'm so sorry, Joanna.
No, go,
look,
Sassy. I get it. This
okay,
is just some
listen,
stupid
Mary.
I think people are
let-
confused
let-
because
let-
nobody said that she sent medicine.
No,
But they're putting
listen,
the text out there that it was insinuated it was sent, and it was never sent.
I have been
clarified that.
watching. I have been watching, and it's when she was going off on her tangent. But I came up here to talk to Mary. Mary, I have never, not one time, ever been mean to you, disrespectful to you. You know, when I see that you come into a live, I say hello to you. You know, I am always, and And I get it. I get your feelings are hurt. By God, if it were me and I felt like someone was my friend, and find out that, I feel like I'm being used or whatever, I would be seeing red too. But this is not the way to go about doing it.
Hey,
This
does
is
somebody
not.
want to drop a box? We need a box.
I'm just this live tonight is just responding. Of course, we're friends, da, da, da. or trying to convince some of the, and I'm only calling them out of like, this is endearing at this point, but the Reddits, like some of the Reddits, like they were like, stay away from Mary, she's bad, and they're like, no, I like Mary, they don't do any harm, they're my friend, da da da, and it's like you could never tell the truth, and then her own mods were like, why is Mary in here? Block Mary, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, no, let Mary stay in here. It's like they're tired of them not telling the truth. And it was just festering, and it pissed me off royally that, they were just like, they want their cake and eat it too.
But Mary, you say all the time, like, I'm the drama, I stir the drama, I do whatever. But when you are literally hurting someone real life, I beg to know where your soul is, my dear. Mental health after their life. Like, what did AK do to you so bad that you feel like you need to destroy her? And I will not put all the destroy on you. I know there's so much that has happened in the last year, and I really don't know all. Mary, I don't even know you. But why did you do what you did? You said you brought out this account tonight to talk about it, but why would you hurt someone that bad? Like, what hurt you so bad that you feel you need to hurt someone that bad? Like, I just, and Vampy, whoever, I don't know who you guys are. I really don't. And I really hate to put myself out there like that, but I'm just so concerned why everyone feels they need to take everyone down tonight. Jen Pro Legal, I actually had your back for a long time. I did follow you. I did think you were a good person. The
AK
whole
was
thing.
letting me go down for all of everything, that it was my master plan to do X, Y, and
But
Z
Mary, you
to
put yourself out there that
ABC.
you're the troll of all trolls, and you're going to
But
keep
I'm
trolling people
saying,
just to dig at people.
but I'm saying that AK was not saying anything, like whenever, Victoria came out and was like very upset and was like, Mary, 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 Mary. And it was like,
But Mary, you are the mega troll of all. You like that. You think that's such
okay,
a...
It's on all
AK's
sides.
feelings
It's
can
on
be
all
hurt. AK
sides.
can cry. AK can cry. AK's feelings can be hurt, and AK could be so distraught. But Mary literally has no feelings whatsoever.
But then,
Fuck
Mary, you went live the other
Fuck
night.
Hang
Mary.
on, hang on, hang
laid
on,
in
hang
bed
on, hang
and
on.
didn't say a
Well,
but Mary,
hey, wait. Because it's okay
Mel, I
for
don't care what
AK. No, it's okay for AK to go after other friends that I've had to the
But it's
point
okay
of,
for Mary to
of their
destroy
stop.
lives, and you guys all think
Stop.
it's okay.
Stop. It's
No,
okay.
I won't stop.
No.
I don't have to stop.
It's okay for AK to go after other people that I care about to the point that their mental health is fucking deteriorated. It's okay for Mary to go after people that AK want to the point that their mental health is deteriorated. It's okay for other people to go after AK to the point that their mental health is deteriorated. This is what I'm saying. It's a never-ending fucking cycle. It's okay for about everything she's done. I don't think I've said a kind word to you, Mary, honestly. But what we're not going to do is going to say everything is Mary or everything is AK. Everyone has had a hand in this, and everyone has fucked over everyone else. Yes?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
can we let
So
Jen
we're not
go?
gonna.
I'm going to agree with you in this debacle that is innocent, not a single one, and everybody's pointing
Why
fingers
am
at
I
everybody.
muted?
But your pot's calling the kettle black, and that's what's getting me. And I understand that you want to tell your truth, and the truth sometimes is a painful thing to hear. Okay.
So I'm gonna chime in right now. And the truth is that
Sure,
woman
because I
offered-
wasn't talking, Jen.
I'm sorry,
I wasn't talking.
but I don't want to sit in a box here all night. But you said that, oh, that poor old woman, she's a senior citizen, but she offered rugs to AK. So there's no sympathy there.
Interrupted me.
Yeah,
First
I
of all,
interrupted
you
you.
think
Yeah,
you're big
you-
and bad?
you
Bring it,
talking-
bitch. Bring it.
Hey,
I'll be
You
a
don't
bitch.
scare me.
I'll be a
You
bitch.
That's
don't
bullshit.
know. You don't
That's
know.
bullshit.
I'll be a bitch. I'll be a bitch. I'm somebody who advocates for the sober. When but we didn't get along, I reached out to her regarding her sobriety because I'd come across her lives and see surrounding ourselves by around sober people in order for us to stay sober. Not one person over there that I could see has stayed sober or is staying sober. And if I can be so forgive me. I am just so upset right now because this is not how sober people act. It's not. And you want to give passes to this woman who offered rugs? How many other people did she offer them to? Does anybody know? Has anybody ever taken them from her before?
Okay,
In
Jen.
any communities,
Jen,
this is the
just breathe.
problem.
Okay, sis? Just breathe. I know, but just breathe,
Hey,
okay?
can
Just
I?
breathe.
I'm just going to interrupt real quick, only because why is my commenting muted? Like, I'll shut the fuck up. Why is my
Oh, I
commenting
have no
muted?
idea. I'm not doing any of that. Hold on, let me check.
But no, I agree with you, Jen.
I even told AK she needed to surround herself with people that are sober.
There's an echo.
Hey, Dream,
Ew,
Dream,
oh
you
my
got
God,
to go
oh my
back
God, you
out and
guys.
come back in.
Victoria.
Drop out of the box.
Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah.
Well, we know Teddy's recording, so.
Yep.
Oh no, that was just a TikTok glitch because it's so many people popping in and out of the boxes. It glitches and they get echoes, and then they just got to drop out and come back in.
If I may, for a moment, while we're in a little tiny
Hello?
thing here. Yeah. It really, I felt so disrespected whenever I'm referred to by someone who clearly admits they don't know me as a fucker that just needs to stop their shit. Please tell me you don't know me. You want to know why you don't know me? Because I don't want to be known. I left TikTok.
Say to
I don't
myself.
enjoy getting dragged back into this fuckery. And you know how that happened? AK put me in the TikTok villains fucking survivor bullshit. And yeah, we thought it was funny. And the very next day, after they were in our live but wouldn't get in the box, we figured out that whoever the creator of that little page was, we don't want nothing to do with.
Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna
We
tell you
can
the
blocked
truth.
someone?
them.
I knew it was AK the minute they said that I played both sides of the fence because that's the only person that's ever said this. And I was Team AK in October. And then she started talking to Liz, and she started believing Liz's lies about me, and I got kicked out. And then
Okay,
apparently I started doing a bunch of stuff I wasn't even doing.
Carol, can I ask you something?
Sure.
I'm curious about this because Mary and I talked about this earlier as well, and I talked to AK about it as well. So you just said that you guys thought it was funny, and then the very next day you didn't think it was funny. Like, what changed
No, no,
in
no.
24 hours?
We
Because it was
thought the way
you.
we were portrayed was funny because me, Cindy, and Shop Gal were a what do you call it?
Target?
No, no, no,
No.
A
no, not
threesome.
that. How their AI was so terrible,
Yeah. It was funny.
it didn't even give me legs.
Yeah, we had 4 legs and three bodies. But
Sorry.
And so I was like, so
Does
yeah,
anybody have screenshots of this account? I'd like to see it.
I don't, but
Okay,
I'm
but
sure
Carol, what were you saying?
Teddy
I'm sorry.
probably does.
oh, I'm sure.
So you thought
Yeah.
it was funny, and then what?
No, we thought that like yes, we did.
Yes, and the Teddy one, we did get them in our life to
Yes, and we
change it
asked them
because
to
they
fix
made
it
fun
because
of
that
their
was fucked up.
disability. Yes.
And within 24 hours, we had them, every one of
Oh
us
my
blocked them.
gosh.
Yep.
Yep,
We
done
blocked
with
the
it.
account, every one
The
of us.
account
Done
was
with it.
blocked.
Yeah.
I said it in the comments, but I believe it was funny until it wasn't. Initially,
Right.
it was kind of lighthearted,
Yes.
and
That's
then
what we thought,
it
and
got dark.
Until
exactly.
it started
It
attacking
was like a guess
Tara
who. It was like a
constant.
guess who until it got really personal,
Yep.
kind of a
Mm-hmm.
thing.
It was always an attack on
Yes,
Tara.
that's
So
when
with the
we
machine.
were
She's mad
telling
Oh.
about.
ourselves
Okay,
that's AK.
stop. She's mad about everything. You mentioned her name, and she's pissed.
No,
Forget-
no, not Tara. I'm talking
Sorry, I
about the
was
account. No.
Yeah, no,
I was reading comments. I got lost.
No, I'm not
how
talking
nasty
about.
they were being to Tara.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's when, I mean, I knew for sure that it had to have been AK because, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
because
though I will say that me and Mary got blamed for being that account.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Jesus, who are you talking about that you who were you talking about just a second ago?
Me?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. I'm
Who
sorry.
just said Tara
I was
deserved
trying to
it?
be polite.
Okay, can we get off of Tara? And I want to get down.
Okay.
I had an account that was made regarding my husband, and you got blamed for it by Mary.
Right.
Okay, so at that point, did you not stop for a second and be like, Mary, what the fuck? Why did you blame me for that?
Talk about the Sunny account that called me some choice words. I mean, me and Mary's had
Oh,
talks, and you know, we have limitations with each other, and I'm one of them. So what happened prior in 2024 is going to stay in 2024. Like I started this year off. I'm done with the stupidness. As far as I know, only the Sunny account is the only one that. And Mary said that she had a conversation, I think with you. I don't know who she said she talked to. That it was her and AK, but she took the blame for the account. I don't know who sent me the nasty messages, but from this day moving on, if any more accounts get made, I mean, I need proof that it's Mary because
My grandchildren's photos, correct? It got taken down after Mary and I had words. 2 days ago, Mary told me that it was AK that made that account, that AK told her to do it, and she did it to come after me. And then the very next morning, I wake up to a screenshot between Mary and Tara with Mary saying, I can't, it's not exact words, but it was pretty much, I blamed AK for what I did to get at Misty. So can
okay.
you
Well,
understand?
Mary, can we ask Mary?
Ask her what? We've already talked about this. I'm making a point here.
Is she did she admit to it?
Did she admit to making the account? Which one?
Victoria's like blocking everybody.
They're like, why do you have a live with people being blocked?
I don't know. I didn't tell anybody to block anybody. I'm just like, they're like, bye. I don't know. Dauber
Okay,
got
well,
blocked.
I didn't do
I
it.
think I'll come back when we can have a discussion.
I didn't do it.
Well,
I
Victoria
have,
unblocked Dauber.
yeah, I mean, I
I
don't know
don't
who
know how.
Dauber is.
I don't even know how to.
I'm
Yeah.
not blocking
I just
anybody.
want people to know that I'm not blocking, and I didn't tell anybody to block. If they block, that's on
How do you
them.
unblock?
I
Are
didn't
they
do it.
unblocked?
Mary, can I speak for a second?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the account, the TikTok Villain Survivor account, Michael. It's a very recognizable pattern for grifters, not only on the app, but off the app, on television and everywhere else, right? It's like supply and demand. Let's talk about finance and economics. It's like supply and demand. I think it was Jen, you were involved in that. That was when your stuff was starting to die down with AK, right? Jen?
Yeah, which stuff was that?
I might have the wrong Jen too. But anyways, there was a drama that was happening and it was starting to ebb out. Right? First it was accountability wars and then that ebbed out because we all went off onto our Discord. And then a new drama was created. I think the first one after us was Bree. And then after most of the other ones. And then that started to die down. And now suddenly the next drama comes up, it starts to die down, and then there's a TikTok villain account. Because without drama, you don't get views and you don't get paid. That's why that TikTok villain account was created, to start drama again, just like several people have said in the chat. Drive the views to AK's lives, where she would talk about the TikTok villain account that she ran to drive drama so that everybody would start talking again and she could host a live about it. Or they could.
I
Well,
wouldn't
oh,
necessarily say it was one person, but I will say it was probably to bring in the So it
Yeah,
wasn't necessarily to target just one specific person, but I think it probably was a lot to do with what right now is getting views on TikTok. Why do we have 81 people in here right now?
mm-hmm.
Drama. Why is all these other different creators going viral, so to speak? Drama. So if I don't have drama right now going on, because everything's died down, everyone's kind of quieted off and went on to their corners and said, okay, let me create some more drama, which got people talking.
Supply, yeah, or
Which,
demand to supply, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I saw a live with you guys and Joe Dirt and whatnot, and when the TikTok villain first came out, and it was comical at first, but again, like I said, it turned dark. So then everyone's talking about that, but you also have to include yourself in the villain. So then, oh well, I was included too. And so it gets you talking, it gets them talking, it gets the whole shebang all stirred up again.
No, I think when people said, or I think it was Shopcow or Carol that said that we were included, that just meant that we didn't think the account was funny, although it was lighthearted in the beginning until it wasn't. It was, we didn't make fun of other people, we made fun of our own pictures. Like the one that she posted about me smoking, I laughed my ass off at that. I thought it was funny as hell. But I can laugh about somebody making fun of me because that's me. But we didn't make fun of everything anybody else's. And we were extremely upset about Teddy's portrayal and made them promise in that live that they would change Teddy's video.
And I will say that when I saw your guys' live, it was you guys laughing only at your specific photos of whatever it was. And if it was unkind to others, you immediately said, well, I didn't like this, but, mine was, yeah, no, that's accurate, that's funny, whatever it was. I'm just saying, I don't think that account was made to target a specific person. It was just to get everyone who back in October, November, December, that was really getting all the views, to get them all back into the circle to do those, to create those views again.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's what gets paid. And the very large creator, and it trickles on up. If it starts an AK circle, and then that flows up, that drama flows up to Ophelia, and it's the whole grift circle. It is so obvious. And it doesn't matter. I don't know the other dramas on TikTok, but I'm sure it's working the same way, because that is just that's the psychological pattern people do in order to keep their views going and their money flowing. But I don't think at that point they were targeting anybody. They were targeting everybody that had something negative to say around a certain creator or that person behind the account. And that's why we knew it was AK right away.
Well, and then as things progressed, as certain people pissed them off or didn't piss them off, or that's why you saw more, I guess. So, I guess
I think what I'm saying is I understand the TikTok villain account and where that was. I want to clarify that, but I think the more of the issue is that AK and the very large creator that they are connected with is, in my opinion, is not slander. My opinion is they have been harmful to the recovery community, the domestic violence community, the BIPOC community, the women's community, LGBTQIA community. That circle of group community they say they represent and stand behind. And the damage that it does not only to them and what AK did and whether she got the extra G drug or not, the fact is that trickles down, that there could be a person right now who believed in AK, saw that text message about the drugs. We know the intention behind the 3 exclamation point and broke their sobriety. Correct, Jen?
Amen. 100%. 100%.
I mean, I honestly think if AK would have kept the villain account a positive funny thing, it could have went somewhere. But
Yeah, that's what I said.
it went negative real fast.
Yes, and it was all negative against Tara, which would have been boring, and it did get boring.
Anything
'Cause I
with her
would-
gets
You
boring.
can't say right. You can't say you stand up for women and then do what you did to AK or Tara. You can't say you're a recovering addict and stand up for the recovery movement and do that, because being recovered doesn't mean just stopping the drink or stopping in the first place.
Can I say something really
Yeah.
quick?
Yes.
Okay, so Mandy, you said they didn't take anything from anyone. And okay, that's great, but it was still offered. That person was still in the community, then buying other things. The point is, how many other people did this person do the same thing to that are in recovery, that are complaining of pain? You don't know. And what if they accepted it and it was the last time they ever did anything? That is real in the sober community. It only takes one time. This is why people in recovery.
And it wasn't, Jen. Can I clarify something? Because I think what people are missing, what you're trying to say, is that if the person is a recovery influencer, you know that person is recovered or in recovery. Why would you offer them that medication?
Exactly. That's what rug reelers do.
I have been in the comments section for a very long time. Things I would like to say. Number one, our group of women and Joe has never, ever been a hate group. We do not hate on people. And that's what our group has always been about. And we've always stand, and I'm not going to say 10 toes down, because
No.
Please don't.
That's
I
a
did that
Liz.
just for our group because we hate that. But we have always stood our ground as being an awareness crisis. I'm an old lady, and I've been accused of, let's see, what was it? Someone in AK's group said that I sounded like I ate Pall Malls for breakfast.
Yep.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do. Every fucking morning. And that's all I want to say. And thank you, Jen, for your wonderful comment.
So is my daughter.
So's my granddaughter.
Thank you. Cindy helped me when I was dealing with something and actually talked some sense into me when I really needed it. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I would like to say that first off, it might have been mentioned inside a text message that this person was going to send it to AK, but she declined. Clearly, you can see that part or
Because
them
she
apart.
didn't decline. She didn't decline them.
The message said that might not be a good idea. She never.
He said,
Right.
or I'm
But
sorry,
we also
they
need to
said,
realize that this
yes, that's
person
what I
gets
hate.
tested 2 times in 1 month for all of those medications.
Nope.
So, like,
Carboplatin is not the G drug is not tested during a drug test.
Nope.
Nope.
you do realize that this person has diabetes and neuropathic pain. So regardless if she is, or sorry, if they are or if they are not on it, they're still dealing with stuff that yes would be ideal to have that medication.
Did we watch
But
the
it's
same live?
illegal.
Where literally,
I'm
I
going to
am
say
sober.
something.
I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. Nothing.
Are you in
Okay.
recovery? Are you? Can I? If you don't mind me asking, are you in recovery?
Yeah, from marijuana.
Okay.
Oh my word. Let me mute.
Okay, well, I'm going to say these that has Charcot-Marie foot, so I have about 18 fractures in both feet and neuropathy. So I get the G drug being used, but it does not show up in a drug test. They do not, or it shows up, but they do not test for it. Because as somebody that goes to the pain clinic, I get tested. They do not look for that in a urine test.
If someone has a prescription for that item it wouldn't be an alarm bell going off because they do have a prescription for it.
But that person didn't accept it,
No,
even
I'm
though.
talking. Wait a minute. I didn't talk over you.
Sorry.
I don't play that game. I respect people. So if that person was put up That's not a problem. The problem remains that they could have, and I'm only going to say this because I don't know it as a fact that they got them. That's not important. The important part is if anyone in her community in sobriety was to see those messages that were posted to support them, what would they think if they saw those text messages? And I'm going to mute so someone else can talk. Jen, you want to answer that for me?
Yes. Now, Mandy, I know that's great. They need that in a healthy way. This person who offered them is still around. I'll buy you this, I'll buy you that. Okay, sober people need to surround themselves with sober people. If that person is offering them rugs, that is not somebody that is sober. I want the best for AK. Even though there's been drama in the past, it doesn't matter. And I've always told them that. I've reached out many, many times. She has my phone. They have my phone number blocked now because I once a week I was reaching out, checking in on you, because that's the kind of person I am. Even if we've had a falling out, it doesn't matter. When it comes to sobriety, that's the number one thing. Because in sobriety, we have to do how do I put this? We take moral inventories of ourselves, and I stay sober by helping someone else stay sober. It's the fellowship. It's very important. Meetings are important. Talking with other sober people is important. And I want to say something, and this is no dig, but it was very rare to hear sober talk over there. And the last time I did, and it was a video clip that I watched, I believe on Teddy's page, it was about Ashley Hennessy talking about somebody else's recovery. I don't know the exacts about it, but they said that it wasn't somebody else's responsibility to keep somebody else sober. And forgive me if I'm not saying it word for word, but you're wrong, because being sober, it is our responsibility to help someone else who is trying to stay sober. That's called service work. And if you're working a program, that's something you know. That's why they say these things in recovery. When you're fresh in recovery, don't get into a new relationship. Don't do any major changes in your life in the first year. 90 meetings in 90 days. There's been no meetings, only when they were forced. Okay. That's scary. I've mentioned this to them. This is not something that I haven't had a conversation with them about, because I take sobriety seriously. I sponsor people. I don't have a sponsee right at the moment, but I have sponsored people. I've worked the program. I've gone to meetings. I choose not to go to physical meetings anymore because it's kind of like this. You know what I mean? But sober people need sober people to lift them up. When they get a text message or a DM like that, they go reach out. Hey, listen, this is what I got. What do I do? That's why you have a sponsor. People in recovery have sponsors. That's what the sponsor's for. In no way is this a dig or me trying to bash or be mean towards AK. I am genuinely concerned. I really am. What that woman did is criminal.
I have a question.
I might have an answer as long as you're not asking about my toilet paper.
No. So I stay away from the recovery part of it. Like, that's not I do need to know. Do you have 2Play?
Yes.
The issue more of that this woman offered, and that AK did not then say, hey, this woman isn't safe for me or for us. Can someone please block her? Or is the issue that the woman offered and then AK put an exclamation point of being like, yes, that's what I take?
I wouldn't say it's an issue. I want to say, from my observation with that person offering that, If you are claiming to be sober and celebrating 1,000 days and doing the work, you would know that this person is unhealthy and harmful, not only to myself, but to my community. And that person would have been removed immediately. And this is my opinion, the only reason we don't remove people like that is because we can get something from them. And that is my opinion, whether it be grifting or rugs. And let me tell you something, coming from a recovering alcoholic, just because it said on those, I want to make that very, very clear. Nobody here knows. And I pray to the higher power that it never happened. And I really wish that for them. But actions speak louder than words. And the actions that have been going on are not those of a sober person, in my opinion.
Then I just think that you haven't been around that much, because honestly, I'm there almost every single live. I've witnessed them talk about being in recovery. I've witnessed them talk to sober people who are also in recovery about their recovery in positive manner. This person has been clean and sober since 2022. AK also does meetings every single week. So regardless, everybody is shitting on them for this comment that they made. If they were really that hard up, they would say, yes, please try to send it. Oh my God, I need it so bad.
Mandy, I think you're missing the point. I'm so sorry. I think you're missing the point. I really think you're missing the point. It starts with where it was going to come from. Okay?
Mandy,
And
hold on.
bouncing back and forth to, oh, well, I heard them talking about it in a live. I've heard more bashing and bullying and crazy nonsense than any good talk about recovery.
That person, AK has changed. Okay, you know what? Listen, I'm not gonna say that they've changed completely, because clearly we can see that there is some problems here, right? But what I am going to say is that person had before September, would constantly create drama for whatever reason, right? And then they slowly got better and better and better and better to where it was, every now and then, right? Whether it be one comment or a whole fiasco like the TikTok survivor page. Clearly
Mandy?
that was a mistake. We know that. We've established that.
Somebody in recovery, when you're offered that, does not put their fucking address as a response. Does not give them the address to send it. Period. Hard fucking stop. Okay, bye.
Listen,
It's not
my
even that,
dude.
Joe. I mean, it's the fact that
My
they
dude.
didn't say
That
no.
person was sending them stuff other than
Says, hey, I've got gabapentin, and do you want it? And they go, yes, that's what I take, and they're excited about it. They don't say no. They don't say, why would you offer me that? I'm in recovery. They did none of that.
And
They
here's
said,
the
I
second
think
thing.
it's a bad idea to send it.
Hold on, I have a question for Mandy, and I just want her to answer yes or no. So you're not in recovery, correct, Mandy?
Well, it depends on what someone considers recovery. So, I was smoking marijuana or like cannabis constantly for the last, 4 to 5 years.
Let me ask you a question, and let me finish my thought with Mandy first. Has anybody close to you in your family ever been a rug or alcohol abuser?
Yes, absolutely. I was myself. I
Pattern that you're not seeing that I think that people are concerned you're not seeing. And I have family members who are recovered. The question went, do you take the G drug? The response was yes with exclamation points, which shows excitement, especially if you are a supporter of someone in recovery or you are in recovery. You know what those exclamation points meant. Nothing. Everybody keeps saying that. I don't think that's safe to send. The next thing so let me finish my thought process. So then you say it's not safe to send. You don't deny it. Then you start talking about sending other products. The other products with the address attached was not a way to get around talking about sending that rug to them, getting their address under the pretense and coverance of buying products.
Vampy, hold on.
Can I
Do
have a
you
question?
wait?
Neither do I.
Of course you do.
First, no, bitch, I don't. Shut the fuck up. First of all, do you all
Love
know
you
how
too.
she got her felonies? It was by that medication. That medication got her tied up and in the position that they're in. So stop this. It's enabling. And it's crazy. You can love somebody in addiction to death by making excuses for them. That's number one. Number two, if I hear one more person defend all this bullshit, I'm going to lose my mind. My daughter was doxxed. My daughter. You all shit on me for no reason.
You don't
While I
need
was
to raise your
recovering
voice
from
at
a
me.
surgery where I got cut open. Gave me no explanation. And then you're
Listen,
going to sit here
Victoria.
and come in on burners and attack me in the comments. And you're going to
Like you do in
this
every
bullshit.
single live
Mandy,
that they
give me a
have.
minute.
No, you're fucking screaming at
You're
me.
damn right I am. I'm done.
So am I. I don't
This
need
is
this
crazy.
shit.
I don't care about what you are. Was your daughter
Mandy.
put online with
Mandy,
your
she's hurt. We just
first
gotta
and
have
last
her
name
hurt.
and where you live? Knock it off. This was my real life. My real life.
Regardless, I've already let them know my first and last name. I'm not scared
Good
of
for
anything.
you. And when you shit on them, you'll be next. You've got a lot of nerve sitting up here defending this behavior when it wasn't your life that was upended. It was mine. For no reason. I left
How?
everybody alone. I minded my fucking business.
How?
I think everybody just needs to like
I
breathe.
stayed away. You all wanted me gone. I went away. I didn't
That's
say
not the
shit
case,
about any of
Victoria.
this, and you all contributed to all this bullshit.
That
For
wasn't
what?
the case. It all started
what?
with Tom.
You went real life. For what? Everything I
And
said about Tom
listen,
was fucking true, and he admitted it.
Victoria, you went behind my back and released information that I had stated to you back
Behind
to
your
AK.
back, you said they didn't listen to you.
I did. Damn right I
Okay,
did.
but you had no balls to say that when everybody was speaking out and everybody
Which
shit
made
on
me realize that you were not a trustworthy and safe person. Not at all. Because anything you say is going to go right back to that person. Period.
who?
Point
AK?
blank.
Like everybody else who denied everything they were saying?
Denied. I didn't
Everyone.
deny anything.
Everyone. Until I posted screenshots, nobody admitted what they were saying behind AK's back. Not a single one.
And neither did you.
Damn.
What?
Victoria, I have been in a separate Discord chat with you. Hi, I'm Internet.
And have
Don't
I not
start this.
said every fucking thing that I
You
felt about AK
weaponized,
so publicly?
No, you told us, and then you went back to AK and we're buddy with AK, and then you would come to us and tell us how shitty AK is, and we're like,
Yep.
yeah, obviously. And then
Yep.
you went back to AK
You're
and we're
playing
like
both
buddy
sides.
with AK.
I didn't play
You
any
played
sides.
both fucking
Do you know
sides,
how hard
AK.
it was
No.
to leave? Look what
Damn
happened
right.
to me.
Most manipulative person I've ever fucking witnessed
Okay,
in my
Mandy,
life.
you don't even know me. You don't know me.
No,
I don't need
because
to know
here's the
you to
thing.
know that.
Here's the thing, is the majority of the people that I hang out with do not like AK. And you weaponize the fact that we don't like AK. And then you came to us and were like, AK's fucking shitty. And then you were right back with AK and all of their lives, gifting them, modding for them, inboxes, all of this shit. And then you want to come back to us and pretend like, oh, I fucking hate AK. And then you came to us with the Tom situation, knowing we all fucking hate Tom. And then weaponize us to go after Tom, and then you want to look fucking innocent as if you weren't the one who sent us after Tom.
weaponize. That's weird. I didn't beg anybody to do anything. Y'all kind
Oh
of do
yeah,
what
the
you
fuck
do
you
on
did.
your own.
Yeah, the fuck you did. Because
And I've
by the way,
watched
we
it.
still have
And now I
all the
realize
chats.
every
We still
single
have
thing.
all the chats, Victoria. We got
Your
all the chats,
entire
Victoria.
I don't care what you have.
Because and then all of a
I
sudden
don't care.
we're
I
like
don't
we
care.
were all like, oh, we're not very fun. Like, that's weird. No, we're not doing that. We're not gonna
Okay.
do that. And then we cut you off, and then all of a sudden, y'all go on a tangent. So no,
A tangent.
you are no fucking better than AK. Now that they cut you off, now you want to group up with people who AK,
Do
who
you
hate
know
AK. You are no fucking better.
do you know that
Who
behind the
you grouping
scenes
up with,
I got a
Victoria?
text message from AK saying, just so you know, Tom's gonna go make videos? And
Yeah,
that's
you
when I came to you and said, Tom's gonna
no,
go make videos
no,
now.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I
That's not when
did.
you did that. No,
Yeah,
that's not when you
no,
did that.
no, it was actually.
Because Tom had made no videos when you came to us.
You're right, because I got a text message saying that he was going to. And I came
So how are you any fucking better? And
because I
then you want
didn't
to no,
say
stop.
go
And then
take
you
his
want to
account
continue to
down.
shit on us for no fucking reason. We were there for you for your fucking tummy tuck. So go fuck yourself.
That's so cute. Guys, I had hernias repaired and they removed some skin. But continue
no,
with the fat shaming. You guys
no, I'm not.
literally
I'm not fat shaming because you haven't changed at all. You
I
told
don't
us
need
it was
to
a
change.
hernia
See,
repair
I
with a
haven't
tummy tuck.
stalked
So
somebody
no,
for 4 years and made them my whole personality. Peace out.
it's
Jesus,
not my
I
whole
think
fucking personality because you know what?
Look
We
at
brought you
Victoria
in.
jumps
We
out
were
when the heat
trying.
hits.
She's still listening because we
She
legitimately
is.
cared
And
for
Jesus, I
her.
think I jumped on you on the wrong bandwagon, and I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'm
We
just here to
legitimately
say,
stop.
like,
No,
we
we
all
legitimately cared for her. We did shit for her, and then she turned around and used me and my friends as a fucking weapon to go after the people that she doesn't like. And that's not okay. And she's shit on us ever since. And she's shit on a lot of my fucking friends. And that's not okay. She is no fucking different than AK. And if you guys think so, y'all get screwed in the end.
Jesus, can I ask you a question?
Well, who's
Yes.
y'all?
You said she went after
Not
your
y'all.
friends, but her when she was your friend. So where's the difference
No.
there?
What do you mean?
You didn't stand by your friend when all that Tom stuff started happening,
Yeah,
correct?
we fucking did. Yeah, we did.
Vampy, thank
We
you for
did.
letting me back in. Jesus, I don't know you. I think my whole thing, I just want to come in and say, please, whoever thinks AK took any drugs or anyone, look at
Oh my
all the
God.
screenshots and just go off that.
Can we get off that topic? Because that one has been
Yes.
beat in the dirt. Like it's
Sorry.
like
No,
6 feet under.
yeah,
No, wait. I have something to add, please. Please.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't apologize. Um, let me clear something up really quick because I just sat here and listened to lies. Victoria came to us about Tom. She says that she came to us after AK said the videos were happening. I heard a voice recording just a few days ago where Victoria said to AK, "It's fine. I have the Reddit bitches on my side. They'll take Tom down for me." Is that not weaponizing? Is that not weaponizing?
I have to say, like, I wasn't around for that. I don't know nothing about that. So I'm not going to
It's
speak on that.
yeah. No, it very much is like not what you guys were into, and I understand that. But I have an issue with Victoria being up here all holier than thou when I know the dirt and the shit she's been in. And that's my issue.
Tara,
And
I'm
so
not
I
even going to bless you. Shut up.
Yeah.
I want to say something. Jen, can you unmute so I can ask you something?
Of course.
Okay. You and I have always been friends and or friendly or whatever, you know.
Yep.
I just have a question. I've been clean for 30 years,
Yep.
and I just want to know, like, I on fire a second ago. My pizza face was on fire. Is it fair to say that everybody in the recovery community recovers the same?
It is.
It's fair?
No, it is
Well,
not fair. It's not fair. I'm sorry. It's not.
okay.
It's a. It's
And
a.
isn't it the one covenant of the recovery community to do no harm?
Yes, but
Okay.
people are not
Okay.
perfect. Hold on. I need to, can I finish answering that
Yes.
question?
Yes.
But we are not perfect.
Right.
And that's why in recovery, when we mess up, we go back and amends.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be in public, and it's supposed to be in private because of anonymity.
Right.
Yes.
So here's the point that I wanted to make. So you guys are assuming the AK is not sober, which I'm not here to change anybody, and I believe that she's 100% sober. I think that it is. I've heard from several different people over the last month-ish saying that it's dangerous to the recovery community what AK does, right? But for a whole panel of 9 boxes to sit here and talk about how AK's not sober, don't you think that that would be doing harm to someone if she's not sober, right? So let's keep beating her to a bloody pulp and make it worse.
I think
Especially
it's
for someone
dangerous.
who,
I think
especially for
it's
someone
dangerous.
that
Let Jen
goes
finish,
to,
please.
I'm sorry. Can I just answer
Let
that?
Jen finish, please.
I
I was
think
talking to
it's
Jen.
dangerous of what that woman offered, AK.
Okay, I do agree with that. I do agree with
That's
that.
what I believe is dangerous.
I agree with
Because
that.
in recovery, anything can trigger us. And they have been claiming to be in a bad place, and it just takes one little thing.
I agree there. I agree
Can
there.
I ask
put
a
you over the
question on
edge.
that real quick? I have a question. So the question was, you take Gab, and they go yes. So could that have, like, to play a little devil's advocate or whatever you want to call it, could that have been like maybe wanting someone to have the same, like, oh, you do too? Yes. Do you want some of that? Okay.
Mo, you're sitting here saying you sit at a bar with her. Like, what? Does that make you a good friend? Like, what? If that's true, and you go to a bar with someone who's in recovery.
Say something. So, and you just said how everybody's recovery is different. I can go and sit in a bar and not have an issue. I
But
don't
if
do
you're-
it on a regular,
But
you know
I'm
what I
not here
mean?
calling you out for not being sober and then saying I go and sit at a bar with them.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that was really about. I don't think that has really anything,
Missy,
anybody
I
can go
don't think
sit.
that Mo is the one on, and I'm being respectful and addressing you respectfully. I don't think.
At least a lot of airtime.
I think that people have offered Mo a box and she won't come up. So
Yeah, Mo doesn't want to come up because I keep inviting them and they don't accept. But I did invite you again, Ashley, if you want to say anything.
Actually, love to
I
hear
know.
from Ashley.
I guess that was just kind of like my Vampy was kind of reading off those messages, and so that was just kind of like my initial thinking of someone, obviously not in the recovery community, but it sounded like, hey, you take this, and they were like, yes, as if it was maybe someone who could also relate to them. Again, I don't speak
Tara,
on
can
it.
I
I
ask
don't
you
try
something?
to or any of that.
Tara, respectfully, can I ask you something? I won't yell and I won't say mean things. Maybe this isn't the appropriate place, but I've just seen some of the banter back and forth with you and Victoria, and whatever's going on with you guys is your business, obviously. But as somebody that sat in a Discord with her for a while, were you aware that she made a troll account to troll you? She wanted your arrest record. She wanted everything that we could give her about you, and she made a whole account about you.
Yeah, I've already told her that, she believes differently now, and she kind of has seen the light, and I've said all is forgiven. So I
Okay,
meant
but
it.
I guess
Thank
that's where
you.
my point was going was like what narrative was she operating under when she like wanted the documents about you? You know what I mean? Like
Well, I think it was, I mean, just to be fair, I think it was from your group. That's the narrative that y'all pushed so hard on.
but she said she saw it for herself in the very beginning. Don't you remember that? And it was like in a live where she said, I went and researched you myself.
You know what? I have not asked her that question at all. And to be honest with you, I don't really care.
Okay. I
Because
just
it's
don't
all
appreciate
bullshit
the lies that
anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I just don't appreciate the lies that are coming from her. So that's where my point was.
Which lies? I don't know which ones you're referring to.
Just that she didn't know, like it was us that formed her opinion on you when she said herself that she formed the opinion on her own.
No. Well, okay. So if you'll remember, it was, do you remember whenever y'all were sending all of the things to Jason and Victoria and AK trying to like warn them about me? Remember?
Right. That was before. So that was before. No, okay, that was after. So it was back in October.
Nobody
There was
sent
a live.
Victoria anything, by
Wait,
the way.
that's
Well,
not
okay,
true.
but
That's not
y'all,
true.
yeah,
That's
I mean,
not
you were
true.
in
We
a
did.
live with her. I mean,
We did.
you descended onto these people so that you needed to warn them about me. Like that's
There's
how the energy was.
AK had that live and Victoria was in it. And it was back in October when it was Mary and Liz and everybody going against Mama Tot. And we did drop into those comments and we did say, you know,
Yeah, it is what
and
it is. Yeah.
right. And so at that point, it was when Victoria said she had done her own research about you and formed her own opinion about you. And we didn't talk to Victoria about you personally and privately until later. So I don't appreciate, not from you, from her. I don't appreciate the narrative that it all came from us and from a place of like we did this to make her feel this way about you. She did it all.
Well, that's where we differ. That's where I'm not going to get disrespectful about it, but just is what it is. Like sometimes Misty, you downplay your role in things. And it was very much so y'all's intention to get that whole group away from me.
100%.
Yeah. Going back full circle, I don't think she was necessarily lying.
She did, but maybe you haven't seen the lies.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I haven't,
Mhm.
but I do appreciate you at least admitting that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever like lied about that. So
I mean, let's just not go there. So yeah, anyway, I don't know if that answers your question, but.
yeah, well, hopefully she can answer why she lied about it. So I mean, that's not on you. Is Ashley coming up?
She said in the comments. She said in the comments that she's fine with saying in the comments.
Oh, every month. That's weird. Like what? She pays me in gold and jewels.
I do have, I guess, a general question. So I know initially this was all like her and supporting her and everything else, but it has gone beyond that. So I don't think she knows anything beyond November, December of the shit that's going on. So AK is someone who does their own thing. So everything beyond that is, you can't say anything beyond like dealing with this original account, the fuck around find out, and accountability warriors are anything involving Mama Tot. Everything after that doesn't involve her. So how much are we still blaming, I guess, on Mama Tot? So I'm seeing like comments of saying Opie knew nothing. So someone's breathing really heavy. I'm sorry.
Can I say something? Jesus, what do you believe an influencer is?
See, and here's my thing: is I
Can
understand
you
what
just
an
answer that
influencer
question?
is.
Do you believe there's a difference between a content creator and an influencer?
No, and this is where I'm at. So I don't I see these people and I know they have millions of followers. I am not influenced by their behavior. So for me personally, I'm not a Mama Tot follower. I never
No,
followed her. I
but
was
do
like,
you believe there, no, not about you, but do you believe there's a difference between someone who is a creator and someone who is an influencer?
Fucking Mary.
Because there's
No.
literally a definition between the two. That's why I'm asking that. When you are an influencer, you take accountability and responsibility for those groups that you say you represent because you are an influencer, meaning you may make people feel good about themselves. You may make people get up and dance. You may make people get up and do makeup. You may make people go out in the streets and dance in the rain because you're an influencer of people's feelings and emotions. So yes,
here's
you
my
are absolutely responsible for your community when you are a influencer.
So here's my question to that. If I don't say I'm an influencer, but I have millions of followers, I don't personally believe I'm an influencer. I am just doing what I feel like I should be doing every single day of talking positive or talking negatively, because I also follow this girl who is
But you are. By definition, that makes you
but-
an influencer.
that's not because you made me an influencer, that's not my responsibility. You
If you
made
didn't
me
want
that.
it or you didn't want the money to go along with it,
How many followers I have, it really doesn't change the way that I'm going to post. If this is something that I enjoy doing, I'm going to keep doing it. If other people decide that they want to do something based off of how I'm posting or how I'm doing my content, that's on influencer, and I'm doing something specifically to, I guess, adjust or change someone's behavior. That's a difference. But see, and this is where
so when the
I'm
money
not.
starts coming in, the more you grow, the more videos you make, the more you try to align with the content that you want to create, but you want to ignore the fact that the people that are pushing the follow button are influenced by something in you or your content that is filling a need in them, but you want to ignore the fact that you are influencing those people and just say, hey, it's just my content, it's not my fault that you're following me. That's dangerous.
But
So on the
and see,
same
and that's where I
token,
would disagree.
do you hold a celebrity to the same token?
Absolutely.
Lindsay,
And that's
do
why
you want to come up?
celebrities
I mean,
and
I'll get down.
influences have
I think that
no common, how do I say this? What's the term I'm looking for, shop gal, to privacy? No
So
expectation of privacy.
Selena Gomez got a kidney
I agree.
transplant. Should I get a transplant too? That's what you're saying, though. If I've decided that this is my job of
you are
TikTok,
so fucking daft.
can you not?
A
Shush.
person that's
I just
going
can't
through
stand
kidney.
you. Sorry. Oh my gosh,
Yes,
I'm
so
not
a person
muted.
that's following her
No,
that may have
you're not.
her same condition may be influenced by the fact that she was strong enough to make that medical decision and get the
Okay.
surgery to improve her life. So yes,
But if
a
it's-
person may
so-
do that.
So if it was a bad idea for that person, is Selena Gomez at fault? Can I have lupus,
let me put it in
and
the
I
topic.
need to get a kidney transplant too, and I did it, but it backfired.
Let me
I didn't
put it in this
accept it.
prospect of what we're talking about. I can be a better person. But then I see that person post messages about rugs and admitting to failing a rug test and not supposedly realizing they weren't supposed to do MJ while they're on probation. Very new recovered person slipped back because the person I'm looking to as the influencer and a mentor slipped too. You have a responsibility to your community. Is that not correct, Jen?
Correct.
I guess this is where I disagree with you. And maybe it's my own personal bias that I disagree with you, is that just because someone who is ABC does not mean I need to do ABC and get healthy too. It's my personal responsibility to figure out my best path. So for me, I put it on, I should be smart enough, and I should be coherent enough, and I should be like.
So you
it's
don't believe that
mine.
anybody could go through any kind of trauma that creates a need in them that they may see in other people. So how do you grow as a human? You're telling me you've never been influenced, so you've never gone and bought a purse that you really like that you saw someone else wearing, or some makeup or shoes or a tampon or anything. You've completely made all of your decisions completely influenced free in your entire life. Because you're saying if you don't, then you're not a smart. If you do, if you are
No, I'm not saying
by
you're not a
anything,
smart
then you're not a
person.
smart person.
No, I'm not. For me personally, if that is something that I've seen and hey, that looks good, I'm going to go out and I'm going to look at it and research it. And does this fit me and my lifestyle?
Okay, well,
It
not
Yes.
must be
everybody.
nice
Okay,
for
I'll
Jesus
take
to be
it.
that
If
that high up as a human, that you're never
I just
influenced, and if
She's
you are,
doing
you're
this
stupid.
intentionally, Vampy. This is
no, I'm actually not. I'm trying to have a conversation.
you
Please
don't
shut
understand.
your
Are you
mouth
saying you don't
for a second.
understand like influencers and social media? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all. So if
Sounds
you
like
just
it.
shush your mouth, sit in the
Well,
corner.
wow, you're the one that's been
But
captivating the conversation for the past fucking 10 minutes.
So Jesus,
again, so my question,
is your content
I
about
guess
degrading women and denying their hurt or their pain, or being told that they're going to have sexual videos posted online? Is that your content?
no,
Because the way that you
because
just
I
spoke
know where you're
to Tara
going. I know
is
where you're
exactly
going.
that. It's
No,
woman hating.
because no, Tara and I have already history, so that's not even an issue. But what I'm saying is that someone who has 1.3 million, 3.3, whatever Mama Tot's followers are, if she's talking, that's not to me. Like, I don't take that personally. She has millions of followers. That's not to me.
Some people feel differently. Anyway,
Whose child
It's
is
not just her, it's any
crying? Can they
influencer.
like go attend to their child? This is
I
not
know that's
important.
making me like really nervous.
Yeah, somebody's baby's crying. Somebody's
It's
not
fine,
muted.
Rudy.
Go
I'm just
feed
kidding. I
it.
don't have a
Go
baby.
change a diaper. I don't care. Just make it stop.
Yeah, go tend to your child, please.
We'll just have to
Okay,
agree to
so
disagree. But that's what
so
everybody is upset about, is the fact of the actions do not match the words.
Okay, so what's the end here? Like, what do you want?
I want them to get help. I want them to realize that they are
Yeah,
hurting the community that they
because you know she does have a large following. They do have a large following, and they get up and they pretend like there's someone that they're not, and that is hurtful because people buy in. AK has done nothing but hurt a lot of communities. I agree with Vampy.
AK's not an influencer, though.
You do
I'm
realize
saying beyond
they
that.
have 64,000 followers, right?
Well, I
All of
mean,
their
Susan
followers.
just said right there,
That's
yes, she is.
that's what I'm saying, though. Is it's what level do you consider an influencer from a content creator? At
Listen,
what
there's a group of
point?
people that
At,
follow AK.
at what
There's a group of
point
people that
is
follow
it
AK
not AK
closely.
who's like? What point do we just blame AK and we don't blame the people they may be friends with? Like,
It matters. The
is
intentions matter.
is Lindsay
You
to
just
blame
keep
for
talking. Like you
is
ask
Lindsay
questions
to
and you keep
blame
talking.
for everything AK does? Is Ashley to blame
In a
for
way,
everything AK does? Like, is
I
Jason
think
to blame
we're
for
all
everything AK does? Like, that's
okay. We
where
get it.
I'm
We get
kind of
it. We get
getting
it. I'm
at
trying
is
to.
are we blaming AK for AK's actions, or are we going to go above AK and blame all of their friends for AK's actions? I guess that's my kind of point.
Like
At
nobody
what
said
point
that.
do we just central the actual blame on?
Nobody said that about you. So I mean, we all influence each other. It's what humans do.
Well, in the age of social media, it's changed how influencing happens. So I agree that when you're an influencer, without tattooing it across your forehead, without getting an actual paycheck, words can be taken in a way that maybe, and this isn't me talking about AK, this is me talking in generalities, like influenced incorrectly. I do agree with that. I do wonder though, whereas there's 9 people in these boxes right now. This is all about AK, which, lives happen about people when they're not present, or we expect your mental health to be great,
but we're going to keep sitting here and kicking you in the face.
I think that's where we differ, just like we differ on influencers. We differ on the fact that they're.
You're speaking collectively, though, and I've seen in the comments people saying, I mean, I can scroll up like 5 comments where somebody just said her eyes are glassy, she's drunk, she's on drugs, she's not sober, blah, blah, blah.
That's
People
their
are saying it.
opinion. That's
Right, and I
their
understand.
opinion.
Shouldn't we be listening
Paul
to the
hasn't been
person?
AK's best friend for 4 years.
Oh, okay, then I'm mistaken. That's what I
You're saying that speculating, like speculation with sobriety is dangerous as well.
I came in a box to spread awareness about what that woman sent to AK. That is not okay.
And I
That
agree with that.
is dangerous, and it's very concerning. And it's illegal, and it could really harm somebody.
I don't know if I have the bandwidth for this.
Well.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Listen,
Oh.
I just
Weird.
think that I really just think that Mary taking this account. Mary knows how I feel about her. I've been very vocal, with
Somebody
Mary.
dropped down and let Christina in the box. She got something
No,
to say.
God.
I don't think-
100.
I don't think that that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Honestly, it's like 1:35 in the morning. Yeah, I don't
I
think
just
it's a good
think
idea.
I think the conversation needs to be over with like Mary taking this account and maybe like removing AK's access to.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
take down the videos.
It's a totally different group of people following.
Oh, Christina. I think that we can hope for the best, right? That we can hope that AK uses that other account to change how they do things, how they move, how they function. I think that is probably the only thing that anybody can do.
Hey, I agree. I agree with you 100%. If AK, like maybe this was kind of the shift that she needed or that they needed to like, I don't know, to make any type of change, you need big movement. And, for this account to be gone for them is a big deal. And so maybe it'll wake her up. I'm really bad with pronouns.
I'm just saying, they grew this account from the 10K to the 44K. So they're going to do the same.
We'll see. I guess we'll see.
We're in.
You're not in.
Yeah,
Where are
no,
you? I don't see
we're
you.
in.
Where'd you meet you?
There's Hank right there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in. Hi, Misty.
Christina, I'm not.
Okay, okay. Before anybody starts, the minute it turns into a yelling match, Mary, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you. I'm gonna kick people.
Okay, you can kick me. There's not gonna be any yelling.
I mean, that's all I said. I don't care if y'all talk. Y'all can go back and forth. Just no
Yeah.
screaming. Like the screaming really when it's in my AirPods at 1:37 in the morning. I just rather not mute, have a human conversation.
I don't even know you, and I don't get on live.
Same, Christina.
Yeah. Kevin, have they mentioned it?
Where are you watching? It's weird.
He's right here. Yeah. Why am I watching?
We have beat the dead horse
You know
of the text messages about the rugs.
Does she doesn't? Oh God, Misty, go ahead. Do you know me?
That's always you always say that, Christina. I don't know them. They don't know me.
Do you know me?
I know you.
That from where?
I guess you flew her down to Texas to visit you last summer, and I was her mod, and I modded her lives while y'all was
We
having
had
ice
cream, and that was it. But what do you know about me?
Christina, Liz has told me so much stuff. I don't know. I don't care because I don't.
Okay, but where did Liz learn that from? Answer me that.
No, I don't think this is productive. Like we know Mary has
what I
harmed
think
you.
is not productive,
And we know that
is that people
AK
not
has
taking
harmed you.
accountability for what they do. Okay,
Include yourself. Include,
I'm gonna
please.
do this. I'm not.
Oh, thank God.
I just I get it. We do know the backstory, Christina. We really, really do.
I thought
And it's
Christina wanted to talk to me, so I put him in the box. I didn't know it was like Christina needed a therapy session with Misty and Jesus.
I think she does want to talk to you.
Well, if Christina wants to talk to me, she can get back in the box. Otherwise, they can go do their thing in a Discord.
Nobody talked about her here.
Why
You know,
are they
I've
even
made-
watching in the first
Not,
place? Oh, wait, I know why they're watching. Because they love
Rick,
the drama.
but until she came into the chat, not one person said her name. We've been talking about them text messages with the rugs for 3 hours now.
No,
I'm
Misty
not going
did
to
say...
sit here. No, my name
Misty,
was mentioned in here. I'm not
yes,
going to
I'm
do
trying
that.
to tell them that. Will you shut up? Misty
Don't
said...
tell me to shut up, Mary. You fucked with my kids.
One at
We're
a
not
time.
doing
baby.
it.
Okay.
We don't.
Okay.
She was just saying the stuff that's been going on with me. She just
No.
probably said Christina's name, but that was it.
All I said was the people that you've had beef with. That's it.
Yeah, that's all you said.
This is just not the time or the place. And Christina's valid, and you're valid. Everyone's fucking valid, I guess, but this is just not the time or place, okay?
I just want to know what Christina wants.
She wants
You
to
know
see
exactly
you.
what she wants, Mary. Please stop.
Well, this is the first
Well,
time I would have been talking to her in like 3 years, like voice to voice.
Well, then talk to if she wants to
I
talk to you,
invited
she can
her.
talk to you.
I invited her to cut her mic back on. She's got to figure out how to unmute herself. I muted her because she was yelling. I invited her to unmute.
Well,
She
she got
has to figure
28
out.
seconds. She got 28 seconds till she's unmuted.
Okay.
Okay,
Like,
I'm
you guys
unmuted.
know exactly.
No, y'all know exactly. Misty, I don't know you.
Okay.
I don't know you. I
right.
talked to you
Misty's
for a
done
very
nothing to
short time.
you.
And you know why? You know why, Misty? Because all of a sudden y'all found out that Tara and I had a falling out. So y'all were all like, "Oh, we support Christina. We never did anything to Christina, but we love you. We support you. We know everything. I'm
And
gonna
she's not
do
wrong.
all of this stuff to you."
Well, she is
Can
wrong,
you stop
actually.
screaming,
Christina,
Christina? We can all
hold
hear
on.
you.
Wait,
We're not Teddy.
no, stop. Because
Internet,
that's
here,
not
internet,
right.
internet. She's
That's
talking to
not
me.
right.
She's talking to me.
But
So
that-
let
no.
me. Let
Sorry.
me.
Okay.
No, it is right. That is exactly
It's not.
what happened.
It started because of that, but it turned.
That's
into
exactly
more.
what happened.
It started
Tara,
because
shut the
of
fuck
that.
up.
You guys, this is not.
It is what happened. It is what happened.
It is
Y'all
what
became
started, but
my
it turned
friends
into more,
because
and you know
of
that.
the fact of, you know what? I don't even like this fucking drama. What happened to me with
But
my
here you
children,
are.
with Mary, is not okay.
Christina, hold on, Christina, please, just
Here's
one
the thing:
second.
is I've been
I have to address
following
something that has nothing
Christina's
to do with
story.
you.
No.
Hold on.
You will never
Yes, I know
fuck
her.
with me when it comes to my kids. You can make whatever pages you want about me.
Nobody's
You can
making
say that
pages
I'm
about
this or
you.
that. But when you fuck with my kids, when you take my kids' words to my ex-husband's wife and you're stalking me the entire time, that's where I draw the line. See, Mary and I go way back before TikTok. Nobody knows this, but we go way back. I didn't know Mary from TikTok. We didn't have correspondence from there.
I
Mary
met
goes
you on
way back.
TikTok. I never met you on Facebook. Show the receipts, Christina.
You know what? I have, Mary, and you
Where
know
are
that.
they?
You
Because I
know
met you
that.
on TikTok. I would have never met
So
you on
how did I
Facebook.
get all of the tech? You know
drama
what? It
came
doesn't
from
matter.
TikTok.
You know who has it? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you did to my little boy will never, ever be
Saved them?
unforgotten.
I saved them. I'm a hero, girl.
You saved them.
Anyways, I'm done with that.
Can I say something, please? I don't know who said it, but I heard someone say, "We're not hard of hearing. We're not Teddy."
Oh, I did say that.
Who said that? Oh,
It was
Please
Mary.
don't say anything. That's making fun of the disabled.
Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's
don't
not
just
okay.
stop.
Okay, stop. It's not okay that Christina was even brought up here. Guys, are you fucking kidding me?
everybody has a right to say something.
But
Everybody has a
no,
right.
it's no. It's
Yes.
not okay that Christina was brought up here so
It
that
is okay.
she can.
Well,
she
nobody
can. It's
brought
fucking
her up but
not.
Mary.
Everybody
She
has
came
a
in.
right. No, everybody has a right to get in a box, just like you do.
No, it's
Christina
not okay.
came in here.
And she shouldn't fucking be here. Why are you not blocking her the moment she comes in? You
Why
know,
are
Mary.
you? Why are you better to be in here than she is?
Wait a minute. Can I answer the
You,
question?
shot gal, no, stop, because you don't know the history between Mary and Christina.
No, I don't. But I don't know
Exactly.
I don't know your
But
history either, and you're in a
It
box.
shouldn't. Mary and Christina have a long fucking history, and they just need to stay the fuck away
I
from
thought it was
each
going to
other.
be productive, to be honest with you.
Mary, no, you didn't. You know,
Why would she come in
Christina.
here? Wait a minute. Here, let me just. I'm going to be calm when I say this.
Mary.
What? Can I please
Mary.
answer your question?
Go ahead.
I have not talked on the internet for 4 years saying she's so terrified of me and I'm such a monster and the devil. Why would you come to somebody's live to talk to them or say whatever you need to say if you're terrified of them? Okay, this live is being recorded and I just needed to show that this woman is not terrified of me. She is drunk and she loves the drama. And I kicked her out and she's gone.
Okay, but Mary, you knew exactly what was going to happen if you brought Christina up, correct?
Can we
Correct?
Majority,
Can we
yes.
Mary,
Majority, yes. 90%.
I'm talking to Mary. I'm talking to Mary.
Yes, 90% I knew how that was going to go down.
Stop. I'm talking to Mary.
Need her.
90%, 98% I knew what was going to go down. 2%
Exactly.
was hoping there would be some kind of questions, but it was just like what she does.
But if
Yeah, wait, let's
Christina
just
was having a live.
Let's just stop. Seriously. Let's stop talking about Christina, please.
That should be a no-no for you, Mary, and Christina. That needs to be a no-no for her. I get it. I understand the whole situation. I really, really do.
I said it nicely.
Block her ass.
Why am I apologizing to Teddy? Teddy has done nothing good towards me, so I don't
Mary.
feel like I need to say anything
I don't
nice
think
to
you
Teddy.
should go there. I don't think you should go there.
Let her go there.
Because it will get real ugly. Because let's just not go there at all. Things have been said about Teddy that doesn't have.
Why are you
anything to do with-
muzzling
Hold on.
Mary?
Things have been said about Teddy that has nothing to do with her behavior. Okay. This world.
Let Mary
I'm telling
be
you,
Mary.
I'm answering your question. Is that I have a massive problem with what Mary said to Teddy last night and what Mary said just now. And she's making fun of Teddy because Teddy has a hearing impairment. And that's not okay with me.
Teddy also has a
Is it okay with
comprehension
you?
impairment too, apparently, because they don't understand sharing troll accounts. Is people are telling him that it's wrong to do and to stop doing it, and they want, oh my god, I said everything dumb.
But this is what I'm
Mary,
saying:
she
is
didn't even
everyone
mention- she didn't
sits
even
there
mention-
and controls Mary. This is
I'm not going to sit here and listen to Mary make fun of someone for being deaf and just be okay with it. So fuck off, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
But you're okay with Mary making fun of everything else.
Because that's a pretty egregious thing to make fun of somebody for being deaf. Can you be specific?
I mean, I don't think anybody's disability should be made fun of. Plain and simple. I mean, if you can't, if
I
they
agree with
cannot
you.
control it, it's not their fault.
As long as Mary's leashed, we can control what Mary does. And then, no, all the offense, Mary. But then, so Mary can't be blamed for certain things that went on. But now that Mary's on our side, we need to leash her so that she can't say these things, right?
You're arguing semantics, and this topic,
I'm not.
specific topic is just I can't sit up here and be okay with it.
Okay.
Mary,
I don't know what you're arguing
Mary,
about. Are
hang
you
on.
arguing that we should make fun of Teddy for being deaf?
No, I never said that. I said we
Well,
should
it
let Mary
certainly
be
sounds
Mary.
like you're saying
Hey,
that.
hey,
We
my
should
hand's
let
raised.
Mary
Can I
be
speak
Mary.
for a second? Hey, Mary,
Yes,
I got
sorry.
about 10 more minutes and then I'm going to go to bed because it'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know you got games tomorrow, so you need some sleep.
I know.
I'm just suggesting.
All right, everybody,
No,
10-minute warning.
like no leash or anything, because if I put you on a leash, you drag me across the yard, and I know better. But I'm
All of
just
y'all
making a
need
suggestion.
lives.
Who is that?
That's a troll.
Oh, hi, I like trolls.
All of y'all need lives.
You got in a box for that?
Lord,
To your live.
that's why I deleted him or disconnected it.
Yeah. So anybody that wants up in a box, we're doing a 10-minute warning or 9-minute warning right now.
We'll see about that. I got some energy in me now since I got a second wind with the whole
Girl, you was
person
just
we won't be
snoring.
named.
You was just snoring like an hour ago.
She got her nap in.
I'm just confused.
Well, I don't know what you're confused about.
Well, you're here.
I thought this was to
Last
talk
call,
about
there's 125 people in here. Does anybody want to get up in the box and defend, or light and guidance?
Oh, somebody wants to join. Hold on a second. Okay. Ah, fuck. Dauber, I feel like you're under the influence right now, and like, is this really a good thing? I'll give you like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I want to know what Dauber's name is because that voice sounds so familiar.
My voice?
You've heard it before, but you don't know where you've heard it before?
Wait a minute. AK took accountability? When? Just now? Because they didn't
Who said
earlier
that?
today.
Their apology videos, I believe.
Euphoric Madness said that.
I don't think she took full accountability. There's a lot of information that a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not in there.
Yeah. They're still.
I wish Mo would get in the box.
Tara, I would like to have a conversation with you. I want you to message me. I'd like to have a conversation with you.
Have we ever talked? I'm not sure.
No, we
Who are
haven't.
you?
We haven't. You don't know me.
Oh,
You don't know me.
okay. Do you have, do you want to talk right now? Or are you saying like aside from all of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, is everybody done talking then? Since they're going to go do an inbox thing? I mean, like, we're at 5 minutes. Nobody's talking.
Oh my god, I probably
No,
got like 20 more minutes left in
I
me.
lost her. I was trying to follow her.
No.
Who is
No.
Mary?
Listen,
Mary.
I'm going to say something because I've been monitoring the comments, and I'm going to preamble this with, just because you say a certain thing because it's something you believe in doesn't mean you support the person or that you're friends with the person. But for the people in the comments, Lindsay has stated that she is walking away, as has Ashley the Band Hennessy. If they
Walking away
want
from
to keep
AK?
why they feel that those videos are not apologies or why they walked away private, you need to respect that. Because if you can't respect it, then that just means you're here for the drama and you don't really care about the actual subject of the communities.
Holy shit, I agree.
I didn't know that they walked away. That actually, I have a lot of respect for that, actually.
Yes, that is what adults do when they're done with
Yep.
a person. You walk away and you don't say why because it's nobody else's business why.
Well, and I appreciate them not standing by after knowing, I guess they found out a lot this past week, and not just like enabling that behavior like they have in the past. So that actually says a lot about them.
Well, and it goes back to what I said a few months ago or a month ago, what I said in a live of Jen's, I believe, where I said, if you're not friends with somebody anymore, why do we have to go on this
Pods out, and then I got something about Lindsay and Ashley. What do you mean? Wait, did I just hear this correctly? That they've walked away from AK?
Yes, they have walked away from the friendship, and
that's
it
news
needs
to
to
me.
just leave it
And
at
someone
that.
in the chat keeps poking about.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say this. When you lose friends, and yes, we are a technology-based country, you can make friends and get to know people and find loves and find husbands and find wives on the fucking internet. When you are friends with a person and don't invalidate them like someone did earlier with Victoria and her pain and her hurt.
Can I interject for a second?
Yeah,
Mary,
you don't have to hold on. You
Christina's
don't
back
let me just say
under.
one more thing. You don't have to like people and agree with everything they do to be a fucking human. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I was just gonna say the thing with Christina. She's not in a mentally healthy place. That's why it wasn't good for her to be here.
Oh, I know she's not.
Yeah, she's back. I was just gonna let you know.
No,
Yeah, they
I
blocked
done.
her.
No, I
Okay.
blocked her. Yeah, I'm on Christina's things.
Better not say her name. Oh my god.
It's like saying Beetlejuice. If you say it 3 times, they come.
You know, where
No.
is Beetlejuice?
He's sleeping.
I don't know. Oh, I was going to say, I sent a message and said, you told me to let you know, and are you here? And I figured she
He
didn't
goes to bed
answer,
early.
so I wish I could.
Mary, Dana asked if you would unmute her, please.
I just got indigestion.
I don't see her on the list.
I don't see her on the list either.
Not for muted. Let me check blocked.
I don't even know who that is. So.
Nope.
She's not blocked.
She's not blocked. She's not muted.
No.
Let's clear one thing up real quick. Mary, were you, and I'm not going to name any names. You're a troll. You might name them. That's okay. That's on you. Were you asked to give AK this account back by someone, and the response to that would be that AK would make a video?
Was I
In a
asked to
Discord.
give this account
Oh,
back?
wait. Mary, she's talking about our conversation, and it was the exact flip that. Mary said, I will give this account back to AK if she makes an apology video. Nobody asked Mary to give it back.
Okay.
She
Okay.
said it.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
I stand
that's
corrected.
correct.
Thank you, Misty.
You're welcome.
Yep, that's correct. But it really wasn't an apology video. I actually thought
No, it
maybe
wasn't.
my gut feeling was wrong and that they were gonna finally admit that we were friends, but then they went a whole one. But why? They would never be my friend anyways after I shared personal messages. And that's fine. But I'm just saying prior to me taking this account back, that shit. I wanted all that shit to be admitted. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, and there's other people saying that just delete the account. Everybody does realize that Mary and the Accountability Warriors grew this account to over 15,000 people before AK took over. Why does she have to delete it? It's her account. She grew it to 15,000.
Mary, you let the troll back.
Hold on a minute.
Mary.
Hold on.
And
Who
she
is that?
grew it organically.
That's a troll.
We got
No, it was Christina.
Christina, yeah.
Oh.
God, that's like
Well,
3
you let the
accounts.
troll back.
Oh.
I think she's obsessed with Mary. That is beyond unhealthy.
Wow.
I don't
Change the
care if
subject.
somebody beat
Change
me
the
up.
subject. Change the subject. Change the
Please
subject.
stop. Please stop.
Anywho, it's 2:00, Mary. What's your next time limit?
Mel wants to go to bed.
I'm off here by 2:30, so whoever needs to go to bed needs to go to bed. But I'll give it until about 2:30.
Okay, I'll smoke another cigarette. You got 30 minutes. Only because I'm watching for Christina.
I do want to say something about Victoria if they're still here, not if they're not here, because that's I don't like when that shit's done to me.
You're always here.
I know.
Let's be real.
Oh, she's not here anymore. All right, whenever I see her again, I'm going to interrupt somebody. Oh, wait, you are here. I don't see you on the list. So, the Victoria stuff,
Hold on.
yeah, that was a shit move. I can't apologize because I'm not sorry. But I do feel bad. But I'm not sorry.
Are you sorry that it hurt her?
Yes.
It was the wrong thing to do. You can admit that.
Apologize for hurting her, not so much. Like, you don't apologize for the account. You apologize for hurting her. That's not what you meant to do.
Oh, whenever you dox, like whenever you put people,
But the
that's what
intent
Mary
is
did
to
was
hurt
wrong.
them. The intent is to hurt when you make a
Yeah, she
troll
was wrong.
account. Tara, shut the fuck up. Can I
Well,
talk?
it was.
Somebody fucking unmod her. I'm tired of her shit. She's gone. The intent was to hurt Victoria. What's going on?
Sorry, mute me. Giggling. You are crazy.
The intent was to hurt Victoria. But I'm not sorry for making the troll.
I think what Mary's
one
saying
and
is
the other.
sometimes she does things without thinking about the consequences of her actions and that people can get hurt.
Yeah.
No, I would disagree with that because she knows people gets hurt. I think she's sorry that she hurt someone that she actually got to know.
I think it's both. I think in the
'Cause
spur
now-
of the moment, she
yeah.
sometimes doesn't realize that. Because Mary, hey, one thing about Mary, even if Mary becomes a big influence, she's honest. Like, Mary will tell you, I love to troll. I'm just saying, Mary.
I'm going to
Mary-
disagree
You're
that with
authentically you. Like, everybody knows Mary's the troll. Mary will speak her mind. Mary will tell you if
she's
she did
honest to an extent. I won't say she's fully honest. She's honest to an extent.
something. Well, I don't think any of us are fully honest.
I'm going to disagree with the Jesus. What did you say about her? She got to know Victoria, and that's why she feels bad. No,
I think she talked to Victoria and now realizes Victoria has
No, it's Mary.
Okay.
Because how many times have Mary and I have had several discussions, and she still
True.
trolled my ass.
And she still posts her kids, so yeah.
I have a question. Do you find it easier to hurt strangers and not care, or people you know about and not care?
I think with the whole Victoria thing is that, so like, AK wanted me to go after like Arizona Stallion, but I never spoke to them a day in my life, and I didn't know anything about them, so I was uninterested. But AK had told me that like, me was Victoria, so I was like, and then Victoria, I had heard Victoria from their own mouth say like, don't put Mary in the box, and you need to just pretend she doesn't exist, and like she didn't like me. So I was like, you know what? Like, if it ever gets, if I get the opportunity to troll that one, I'm going to troll that one. And when AK asked, I was like, sure thing, girl. And I can call AK girl because I did on the phone. I was like, okay, girl.
I'll say one thing and then I'm going to mute up. So about what happened back in December, what me and Misty was talking about earlier. So this is the way I look at it. I made the trash collector account and I made videos about Mary. We have started the new year with new beliefs. 3 strikes, we're game's over. If I have 3 strikes with her, she's done with me. She's 3 strikes, I'm done with her. But as far as what happened back in December with that account, that's because I posted what I posted on the trash collector. She called me out for it. We had a falling out and didn't talk for like almost a month. And she did what she did. But so as far as that goes, I mean, that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to mute up.
Can we, I guess, get a promise or something from you, Mary, that you're not going to continue this behavior? So then we can go back to it and be like, Mary, you said this on this date, and now you've fucked off on it or whatever.
Well, the people that I'm like surrounded with currently don't want to really troll anybody. So like, sure. But when somebody comes out with a troll page and you guys think it's me, you better have some hard ass proof, because that Lucy stuff that just came out, like everybody thought it was me and then they found out it wasn't me, and nobody's ever apologized to me for that. And like that shit right there.
I mean, I'm going to admit I have a troll page, but it's on Reddit and it's for Ona.
Oh, she's scary.
Hold on. Misty, go ahead.
I was just going to say the reverse of that. If you think accounts are us, ask us. I've told you that before. And
Jay,
you don't.
I am not. Oh, I was joking.
Oh, good God.
See, that's.
You were.
Mary.
You guys should know by now, like,
It was. I was just thinking it was hilarious.
Yeah, because
That's why I admitted to it in Misty's live, because I was like, oh, they thought it was funny, so I'm just gonna own it. But then they were saying some weird stuff about somebody had a crush on somebody, and I was like, the fuck.
bonus.
Lindsay, so my stuff, I have multiple text messages whenever I gave AK the account asking, like, are you sure? And do you promise? And they kept telling me, like, yeah, I'll send you screenshots later. But then, we get into different conversations. And then I kind of just let it go. Like, the hell? What about, I don't know anything about the TikTok shop. I have no idea. I just know that when you go on here,
Any
it
money
just
that
has
was
like,
made on the TikTok shop or through gifts or through anybody buying off of the showcase on the thing.
Went through that. Once you input your social security number or an LLC tax ID, you can never change it. TikTok will upload a prompt saying, are you sure? Because this can never be changed. So there was no way.
Is that why? Is that why they don't let you exchange accounts or?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
And if you are doing TikTok shop or anything, you have to have a PayPal account attached to it.
So, did Mary monetize this account prior to AK getting it?
Yeah, it had 15,000
it
followers
was,
in December.
so wait, it
Mary,
was,
did you put your information? Mary, did you put
yes,
your information in?
yes, I was trying to monetize on this account. And whenever I had my very first few lives, I think the most I made was like $110. But then there was this like dog dad dude that was like crying or some shit. So I donated to some cause, all the profits or whatever. And
That was
then
Joe.
whoever the hell it was. And so
Joe.
then shortly after, that's when AK got the account. But like, it wasn't in like a good standing because I went to the casino and got banana.
Correct,
So,
Lindsay.
Correct,
Lindsay.
Did you include all of your information for the account? So you submitted your ID, your
Oh, my
account
ID,
numbers,
yes,
all of it.
everything. Yeah. So whenever you come in here, whenever you go into the settings or whatever, it has my driver's license number, my full legal name, everything is still here.
Okay, Mary, there's been two. I want you to clarify this. There's been two stories. One, you gave AK the account as a gift, and two, that you felt threatened by AK, and that's why you gave her their account.
No, I willingly gave AK this account as a, like, I wouldn't even say gift. It was Christmas, and I was like, hey, why don't I just give you this account? You can make good with it. I wanted nothing in return. Shit, I didn't even like feel
But
like I
you were
needed
under
to.
you were under the impression that they were taking it to do good and not attack the
Oh
accountability
yeah, they promised me.
warriors
They were
and
like,
all
I'm
those
gonna
other
do
people,
good.
correct?
Yes, and they promised me, and I was like, and that biggest person in the back of my head was like, Jason's gonna make sure that AK does good with this account. That whole team is gonna make sure that this negative account. Sorry, Rampy, but
Yeah, we know it
they're gonna
wasn't. It was
change
us
it.
stating our opinions. Yeah.
To be fair, this isn't the account that attacked y'all. They made other accounts to talk about on this account to attack y'all, but
No, they went live on this account as well. We have this. Well, Teddy has the screen recordings.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, AK attacked me and Susan, I believe, the day after.
That, like, I willingly gave AK the account. I was like, do some good with it. They promised me they would take off my financial information and anything, they would wipe me clean of it. I don't know all the TikTok ins and outs of all that stuff saying here that I didn't give AK this account willingly. I did.
And I will admit, as somebody that's done the TikTok shop, that used to do battles, that did lives, and made money off of TikTok, especially with the shop, that I told her that once your driver's license and stuff is put in and the account is verified under your driver's license number and your information, it cannot be changed. And she said, AK said that they would change it. And I've been telling her for months, there's no way to change it because it's against TikTok's policy to transfer any account.
Yep.
Hey, Bunny.
Okay, and that's on Mary. That's great. Mandy, that's great. I'm not even complaining about it. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing it out. Jesus Christ.
Therefore, the account was not stolen from AK because it's always been in Mary's name. Since September, it has been in Mary's name.
Mary,
Proof. I'm sorry to talk over you. Why do you have to show proof? You cannot do that.
Yeah,
It's
don't do that,
against
Mary. That's
TikTok
dangerous.
policy. Go
Yeah.
read the
I wasn't asking for her
guidelines.
personal information, just proof that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's
hang
fine.
on.
I'm sorry, but
On,
that's
Why
kind
would
of
she
the
lie
understandable.
about
screenshot.
it?
Hang
Why would
on.
Mary
On the
lie about it?
hang on the screen.
Their Discords or something. If you already
I
have it
don't.
right now, just go send it to somebody.
Whoever put the W-9 in is who would have to pay the taxes on it.
Well, I didn't do any forms or anything.
Well, if it's not possible to change
So-
it, then it wouldn't have been changed, and that's probably why it was
I'm not
never
even
changed.
complaining about it. I'm just saying nothing got
Oh, I
changed
know.
is all.
Right, I know. I'm just saying that, it's that's probably why
Andy
AK
can
never
take a
changed
chill
it.
pill.
Lindsay's saying that AK said that they did the tax form. I think that's why people just want to see if that did get done. The tax
Oh.
form.
So
Right, I
AK did the W-9, whoever said that tax form for
Mhm.
this account.
Well,
It's
if
not
they
even
did-
a tax form. It's not a tax form. You either put
No.
in your
It would be
LLC or you
1099.
put in your social security
Misty
number.
had sent.
Yep.
Misty,
It's a 1099.
Misty, I sent you the verification thing where it was verified under Mary's name on your Discord, on your inbox,
Yep.
not on a whole Discord. It was sent privately.
My social's on this account.
Yes. The tax
so
form
Mary
is
would have to
just
pay the
entering
taxes.
a social security number. That's it.
Okay.
I literally just went through all of this.
Okay, Mel just sent me, and it's the identity verification form, and it's Mary's information.
There you
I
go.
didn't see it. There's not a W-9.
They won't.
I don't even know
until
where
they
you look
do
for
it.
that. I mean, if someone
Yeah,
tells me, I can go look for it.
Well,
I don't know where the W-9 is, but that's the verification. So that verifies that TikTok got all of Mary's information.
Wow. Wow.
So I guess I'm asking, they're saying that there's like no W-9 form or whatever. So does that mean that obviously from January up until now, come next year's taxes, as long as AK files
They can't file for
they
Mary.
made,
She
well, no,
can't-
that they made the money from January up until now.
She can't without a 1099.
Exactly.
Well, both Lindsay and Ashley are talking about a W-9 forms need to be updated.
W-9 forms are how they are tracked on a business end for
To show
a
income.
contractor.
Okay.
But
So as if
she
as
can't.
if AK
She
had
can't
an
transfer
LLC.
it for TikTok.
Mm-mm.
It's
She's
possible for the W-9 to be in AK's
If it's
name.
an
So as long as
LLC.
Because you could put it in a business name.
Well,
So
if they
if-
do it, they do it. Otherwise, whatever.
But yeah, TikTok would have to issue that. And if TikTok finds out the account was transferred over to her, then they're going to say, I'm sorry, the paperwork we have for the account is issued to Mary, not AK.
In order to put it through an LLC, you would have had to switch the settings to a business account.
And you have
Yeah.
to make an LLC too.
Exactly.
Yeah, it has to have the little blue check.
Yep.
Otherwise, you get a 1099. I got a 1099. I made $6,700 and some odd dollars last year.
Yes.
I got a 1099, not a W-9.
The Red Couch Medium, that's my point. That's my personal grievance, is the lie. That's the point of that, and it's the point of the whole sobriety thing, like the lie, and
Right,
then
and it could
the
be potential
grifting, the
tax
lie.
fraud on you,
So,
Mary.
like,
That's
so
something
it's
you need
just
to
the point.
investigate.
It's just the point of the lie. Like, if I have to pay $300 and somebody
Well-
else is earning, guess what? That's on me for being a dumbass and giving somebody a TikTok account. Okay? I'm not complaining about that. Jesus fuck.
You have the proof,
Yeah, but you
Mary.
shouldn't be held
You've got the
accountable for
screenshot of the
future money
account. You
either.
got 1099. You've got
Yeah.
reports that you worked with TikTok on this, getting this account back, and that it was someone else was utilizing it. So, from a tax fraud perspective, I mean, I can't tell you you'll be okay, but I hope you're okay.
I think Lindsay
Oh
wanted to
shit.
talk.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm not going to speak on AK, but I did want to just let you guys know that you don't have to have a business account to put an LLC in your W-9. And the W-9 is something that happens in the back office in your TikTok account. So it's not where the identity stuff is, but it's where you put your monetization info in. So it's kind of confusing because it's in a different area and I'm trying to find it so I could tell you where to find it.
Okay.
Is that when you click notifications, go to the top, hit monetize, and then go into your
No, so I would go to TikTok Studio from my homepage, and then I think everything has moved in there. Things have changed quite a bit with the menus, but if you go into the
They keep
studio,
updating it and changing the studio and everything.
yeah,
is
they keep
stupid.
changing the studio. But if you go into monetization within the studio, and then you hit, is it the gear for settings? Hold on. I should have
Can
waited
I
a
ask
second.
you a
before
question,
I-
Lindsay, or are you setting a
You
boundary
can
with
you
that question?
can try, but like I'm honestly like not in a place to answer specific things, but you can try.
Okay, I'll just give one question. Are you mad at me for taking this back?
I would not say that I'm mad at you. I actually expected it. Because when AK couldn't get into their account and they texted me and showed me the screenshot of what it said, I was the one who was actually like, I wonder if Mary reported the account stolen because I have seen that screenshot before. And they were like, no, I doubt that happened. And then we went through, trying to change the password and trying to get back into it. But I also let them know that, like, it is not, TikTok doesn't allow for account transfers. But honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you see this account disappear as well, because it's gone back and forth. Like, that's something that could also happen because AK did have it for a while and they did grow and they did monetize on it. I'm really wondering if their info is on the W-9 because they said it is.
Is
That's the reason
there
I say
maybe a way?
just delete the account.
And is there a way maybe you can connect with Mary outside of this live to try to see if AK's information is on the W-9 or if Mary's information is on the W-9? Because it sounds like Mary doesn't even know what a W-9 is. And I'm going to be honest, I don't either, so.
And
Yeah.
even if you delete the account, I mean, the information is still with TikTok.
Yeah, but nobody can make money off of it if it's
Oh,
deleted.
right.
I mean, I'm not monetized, as far as over 10,000. I just did the TikTok shop, so maybe that's why I just get a 1099. Because all I do, I did lives and TikTok shop.
Okay, so just to let you know, I just realized that AK was texting me and they said that their ID is in there.
Okay.
And that their info is in there, and they're asking if you can delete the TikTok shop stuff. Like, I don't think you can. On one of my accounts, I tried to like undo TikTok shop. I don't think you can drop it actually. But just give me a second.
Cut the,
I'll mute
you
for a
can cut
minute.
the store off. So
I'm gonna just find where that
Okay.
W-9 is. So just mute me for a sec.
Okay.
So under the where people would go into the studio for the shop through the app, you can cut that off where nobody can go into there and buy anything through there anymore.
And Mel, I believe AK had a subscription too.
Oh
They
yeah.
cut that off.
So anybody that had subscriptions, they need to go into their settings on their phone and cancel the subscriptions. You can't just cancel
Right.
it on TikTok. You have to go, like if you have Apple, you have to go into your
Yes.
subscriptions on your phone and hit cancel. Otherwise, they will, because I had a subscriber that blocked me, so I could not remove her. She paid for 4 months, $3 a month for 4 months until she finally realized, because I had no way to tell her how to do it.
Oh, that sounds like her loss, not yours.
Right? I mean, she picked Liz and she took Liz aside and she blocked me. Now, I didn't care, but then I'm like, I'm still getting $1.65 a month.
Well, she makes terrible decisions anyways, so. I guess my only thing is to make sure that, like, Mary is not responsible for anything made. Like, if there's
Right.
$3,000 made on this account, then Mary should get $3,000 and then she'll pay her $400 in taxes.
I mean, I just honestly think the account needs to be deleted and completely gone for just
you and me
all
both,
purposes.
but the taxes aren't going to go away.
I agree.
No.
The taxes will always the one thing we can always guarantee on is death and taxes.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a W-9 and it's an AK's name, then it'll go to AK. Come next year, if Mary
Somebody's saying
gets
that
something in the
AK
mail,
is in
then
here.
yeah.
AK want a box?
AK's.
I don't think that dogpiling them right now is going to be the best. Like,
I only want to talk to AK.
We're not
I don't
going to
want
allow
anybody else to talk.
dogpiling. No,
I
we're
don't
not
want
going to
anybody
allow.
else to talk to AK.
AK is not in here right now, guys.
AK is not in here. Someone in the comments said AK's lurking.
If you're going to talk to AK, that needs to be a private conversation off this.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to allow that.
I mean, I say with a mediator, but
Well, with or without. I mean, I was the same way about somebody else who was up here. That's not a conversation that needs to be done here.
Everybody's free to speak until they're not free to speak. It's funny.
Anonymity is important in sobriety.
But as far as the tax things, you find out in January. If AK gets it in the mail, it's hers. If Mary gets it in the mail, it's hers. Whoever pays whatever, hey, it's a penalty of whatever this account is. And let it just be done.
Yeah, this conversation is boring with that shit. Because, like I said, I don't care either way. It's not like I don't have $300 to pay. Like I said, I freaking gave them the accounts. Like, if I was still attached to it, it's my just consequences for being an asshole and stupid about accountant shit. I don't know. I want to change the subject because I don't honestly give a shit.
I think for some here, it
Is that fun,
was
though?
the lie of that they had
Yeah, that
access
was my
to the
point,
account.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my point too. But I don't
So
give a
not so
shit
much
about-
the semantics, just the taxes are not fun, Samantha. Shush. Hey, you
Unless
guys
you're
wanna
getting
know how
like
much I got?
$9,000 back.
Oh, you want to know how much I got back on my federal taxes?
$3.
Yes. I got $6,000 last year.
That's awesome.
My niece had to pay in $2,600 because of some child tax credit they wanted her to pay back.
Ashley, do you have any questions?
Sorry.
no, I just I didn't know what the whole plan was with this account or what the purpose was after this.
I don't know either.
I've been asking Ashley.
Yeah.
Y'all have been.
I just I do want to say collectively, the world is practically on fucking fire right now.
Yes.
Than what's happening on the internet. But for the last few days, this has been a very prevalent part of my everyday existence, and I did not appreciate being drug into things. Not you, sweetheart. No, I'm sorry. But I think that if we all took a step back and looked at everything from a human perspective, then I would say that we have much, much bigger things to be worried about than now that certain things have come to light. We've had to take a step back and breathe. Stevie, will you please not interrupt this live out of all lives? Come here. Sorry, my dog. I don't condone shitty behavior online with shitty things from anyone, and that includes friends. So I mean, they have a lot to learn here,
a lot. And I hope that it sticks. That's all I can really say.
It certainly has not been easy. Especially like I will speak on it. Wait, is Victoria still here or no?
Bree, I don't know who you are, sweetheart, but you have been trying to get my attention for quite a while now in this chat. And I'm
She's
letting you
having
know
a lot of
now.
problems. Can somebody mute her or boot her? If you could?
My entire thing is this, Bree. Like, if she's still listening, I don't know if she's in here, but my thing is this. Like, you think it's some weird like tinfoil hat conspiracy? What? Hi, Victoria. Yes, I know you're in here.
I think this goes back to my point of the difference between an influencer and a creator. Like, you guys aren't responsible for the actions of someone that you're friends with.
Correct, but if you think that we haven't actively been saying cut the shit, you're wrong.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm very well aware of the fact that I have been in AK's lives and backing them and supporting them, and that could very well look like I'm okay with everything that they're doing. And I'm definitely not. And to you, Victoria, we may disagree on the Tom thing forever, and that's fine. I mean, it's probably not fine to you and it's not fine to me, but I feel like we should agree to disagree on that. But I will tell you that I'm sorry that I was telling people that that TikTok Survivor page was not AK, because AK told me that it wasn't. And I also said that AK did not give Mary your last name, because AK told me they didn't. But then those two things were, you know, they came to light as lies yesterday. And yesterday was a really tough day. So anyway, I just want you to know that I'm sorry, because I don't know what else possibly was lied about. But I will tell you that AK is upset, and AK is not doing well, and we're all kind of stepping back. And it doesn't, you know, the apology video didn't do what AK thought it did, in my honest opinion, and I spoke to them on that, and I'll leave that there. But I just want you to know that I had no part, and nor would I ever be okay with anyone making any sort of derogatory AI images of anyone, whether they were enemies or not, or friends or not. I don't condone that behavior. I don't stand with it, and I have stepped back.
Yeah, the whole, like, I was never a fan of that page. I was actually keeping an eye on that because I thought it was not, I didn't find that, what do you call it, constructive?
It was not funny.
It
was not cute.
funny to any one of us that were
AK told me straight,
not
sorry,
included.
Ashley, I don't mean to bulldoze you, but
Go
before I
ahead.
forget, AK told me that the reason why they didn't tell me the truth was because that I would have said it was drama.
So, they knew that we felt a certain type of way about that. We didn't know the truth until yesterday. That was dealt with privately. Do we love AK?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do I think that there is more good than bad that sits within that soul? Absolutely. Do I think
don't
that
think-
a lot of behaviors need to be fixed or addressed within, and that's something that they have to do for themselves? Absolutely. But they were held accountable because that's what we do as friends. I can't condone.
But at the same time, like, I stepped back from the friendship, and I also told them that I would no longer support them online, because the two things that I hate the most are lies and drama. So when you're lying to me about drama, you've lost me. But I remain, you know, in text conversations, and I'm not going to just drop them off the face of the earth, but they know exactly where I stand and how pissed I am.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I just truly hope and pray that whoever remains friends with AK, after all this settles down, helps her to heal and to be a better person.
I mean, to be fair, I tried to keep AK on the straight and narrow and get her, get them out of, the drama and out of that headspace. But every time, they always seem to find their way back to something, and they were doing something behind the scenes or something was happening. For instance, we're telling AK that we don't like the videos that they put up of Victoria teasing her last name. So they take those videos down, right? And then there was another one, and we're like, we don't like that one either. And like, we're telling them like why, like our point of view from the outside, this doesn't look good. This doesn't help you. This doesn't, like, if you were trying to squash something, this isn't how you do it. But then on the flip side, we didn't know that TikTok survivor page was theirs, and they were doing that while we're trying to get them to stop with the videos. You know what I'm saying? So like, we can only do so much. Like, some people just gravitate towards that. Like they said in their video, they needed to do that because they needed to get something out of whatever they didn't know how to get their words out, so they played this game, and then it wasn't funny, but it was funny in the beginning. And I'm over here like, no, because it would have never been funny to me in the beginning. That's why I didn't know about it, because I would have convinced them that that was a bad idea. But it's not my job to do that. It's not, and Lord knows I've tried.
Oh, here we fucking go. Jesus Christ.
I don't know anything about that page. I don't know anything about it. I just know that they created it.
I just, first of all, like, I want to apologize, Jesus, to you. I was very emotional about the initial conversation. If you ladies are open to it, I would like to have a private conversation with you guys about some of those things.
To me? You talking about me?
No, Jesus, Internet and Misty and them. So I appreciate the apology. I do. I want to say this because it's the one thing about all of this that has bothered me more than my daughter being put in this, is that I never wanted to talk about the Tom thing. And I'm really tired of it being brought up because it was my story to tell that I never got to tell. And I don't want to talk about it, and it keeps being used as like this weapon, and I don't like it. And he doesn't need to keep having his name brought up. And you're not the first one to say it, Lindsay. It's been talked about a couple times tonight.
Well, I'm sorry that I brought it up, but I thought that's why we were in disagreement, and I thought that's why we were here.
No. If I'm being honest, what caused the disagreement was that I felt that situation was told without my consent and then used to distract from other women stating their concerns. AK told the story after they were told privately back in October. I had not talked about it from October until February. Never once brought it up. I did talk about it to the ladies when everything happened because I believed that they were my friends and I was venting. And I didn't like the idea that I had gotten a text message warning me that videos were going to be made. And I told them, and I told them in the sense of like, I wanted them to defend me. I didn't look at it at the time as weaponizing. I know that now that it comes off that way, but that's not how I saw it at the time. At the time, I was like, you guys, he's going to make videos about me, like, help me. That's how I saw it at the time.
I have a problem with anyone who decides to air fucking dirty laundry, personal drama on the goddamn internet. I told Tom to take shit down. I told you to take shit down. I told AK to stop doing mess. We can all coexist peacefully on an app together as grown adults, every single one of us. Do we always have to align and agree on everything? Hell no. But does it mean that we have to be shitty, like, to other people intentionally when the fucking world is on fire? No. I don't condone that in any which way. And just so you know, Victoria, even though you and I fundamentally disagree on a lot with that situation, okay? I will tell you this. Lindsay and I have stuck up when we thought that something was being wrong to you still, even when you're not around. Because there is shit behavior, and our moral compass does not allow for shit behavior to just be glossed over.
And we were a little blindsided with the lies, and also like we couldn't understand why those videos were going up. You know, we just couldn't make sense of why you two were going back and forth with each other, because to us it appeared like you two were just going at each other, and we couldn't figure out why or who started it or what. Nothing was clear, but now it all kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it was my understanding that shit between, you know, about you and the other person was brought up in the Discord, and, you know, that AK had kept that secret until you guys were quarreling in the Discord.
We were quarreling, yes, but that wasn't how it came out.
Well, I know you don't want to talk about it, so I won't push you, but I still feel sorry for the shit that went down, and like I just hope you know that we're not okay with that, and we never would be. Like, you know, I feel like people can dislike each other and not taunt them on the internet.
Jen, I'm gonna address you because you tagged me in a video the other day. Then my wife was tagged in another video. Well, I don't know if y'all were trying to get my attention or what this was, but first off, to address your comment, there's right and wrong. Y'all sat with a lot of wrong. To be fair, if we would have known the truth, we wouldn't have been there. So no, it was not a groupthink situation. And the video that you tagged about me not standing with victims, quote unquote. Okay, I'm going to address this for the last time. I don't air my entire bit of my life for the entire fucking internet to dive into because I value my privacy a lot. Okay, I just don't believe that everything has to be put out onto the internet. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong for that. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to tell y'all now. Me not standing with victims, quote unquote, was never the case. Okay? I personally have been assaulted myself 3 times. My comment was about how assault's definition required physical contact from the party that was being discussed. That's why I laughed and giggled in that moment, was because there was never physical touch between 2 people. I have physically been assaulted by 3 grown-ass men in my life, okay? I don't talk about that shit because it's no one's business. However, I was a friend stuck in between 2 friends in that situation. And I asked for somebody to prove to me that they were not being a disgusting, vile human being with, you know, the brain in between his legs. And he proved his point. In that moment, I am stuck between 2 friends, male and female, regardless of this. Okay, Paul, I'm going to address you right now. No one ever fucking made fun of Tyler for having a disability. No one even knew that he had a disability until after the fact. And what I was talking about was the fact that lawyers require money. That's very simple. And not even 2 months before that, we had all rallied funds together to send to them. So I was very confused on how that attorney would be afforded. Nonetheless, I digress. This is my form of autism. That's where my brain goes. Not everybody has to understand it. That's how you heal. I'm not... Okay. What I think you guys are failing to understand is that the proof provided to me in between the 2 friends that I was stuck in between, because I innately knee-jerk reacted to Tom and said, how fucking dare you? No one saw that online because I'm not going to smear campaign people with pitchforks. Okay? But I innately was stuck between two people, and I needed somebody to prove to me that they were not a vile dude who thinks with the unit in between his legs. So when he did that,
For the record, though, I never, I'm not the one who made 8 videos talking about it. He did.
both, hey, we ripped him apart on that too.
Okay, because he admitted everything in those videos.
You're not going to see me rip people apart online because I just don't do that. I don't, I can't bring myself to trash talk shit other people. Like, I'm just not that person. I never have been. I never will be. I try to lead with kindness and compassion. I try to meet people where they're at, no matter where they're at. But in that moment, the proof was provided because I did innately jump up, go burn him at the stake with a flame and a pitchfork. You know, like, then I was told and painted that I didn't innately believe victims, and that's so far from the truth.
Well,
Because
hold
I
on,
did.
Ashley. Let me address you for a moment, please. Because I distinctly remember Susan sending you a private message.
How do you
About
remember that? Because that message was only between her and I. And no, I did not laugh at her. I did
because you
send that
went
to
on
AK.
AK's live and told everybody about it. We all saw you.
Okay.
So why
About
would you
what
take
part?
her private message and then go to AK's live and put her on blast? And if you sit there and say that you all weren't laughing at her and making jokes about her, you'd be lying. And I'm
First off,
sure
I
Teddy
had
has it
spoke to
recorded.
AK about that privately, and I said, dude, if there is a serious witness protection in a court case happening, you need to fucking back off. That was very, very blatantly done out of my mouth. I was told XYZ. If that was a lie, then I apologize to Susan now.
But I have no idea what AK told you. I can almost promise you it was a lie. But you did absolutely, you all did that to Susan. We all, and so it's a little upsetting for you to sit here and say you don't do these things, you don't do that. But we've seen you do it with AK.
Carol, I want to add on to what you're saying. So, and this is my fault too. Lindsay and Ashley, do you know why we all know about Susan's situation? Were you ever told?
Me, no. I was never
No,
involved.
I was unaware.
I don't
until-
know Susan.
Okay, so the reason we all know about Susan's situation is because we were in a live and someone was attacking Opie in the comments. And Susan said, "You need to knock it off. You have no idea what that woman is about to go up against with that court trial coming up. She's going to have to relive what happened over and over and over again." And I know this because I watched my friend's children go through that with my friend who was murdered. So she told that story to defend Opie, and AK weaponized it against her because she didn't want to be AK's friend anymore. This is what I've been trying to speak out about, is that our traumas were weaponized against us when we said, "No, thank you. I don't want to be part of this anymore. I've had enough."
Ophelia would have never co-signed for that ever. And that behavior right there. Okay, I need everybody to slow down for a second and just picture this with me for a moment. If y'all think you have a lot of interaction going on in your inbox and notifications right now with whatever following you have now, imagine 12.5 million people blowing you up every single day. She's not always going to see everything, especially when she's got other moderators in there. And Vampy, come on, let's not do that now. Let's not. Let's just, please, can we chill for a second? I will let you know that that kind of behavior is never co-signed off on by Opie, because Opie does not condone fucked up behavior in her name or in anyone else's name. She doesn't need protection from anyone, quote unquote. She's her own person. She chooses to turn the other cheek for reasons that's how she believes that needs to be addressed. Turning the other cheek. Letting it go. Not fucking retaliating on people online. Because
So then why is
this
there
is
all
how
these
we ended up here.
messages?
What?
Why are all these messages from Opie to other people thanking them for what all they're doing for her and sticking up for her and defending her?
Y'all, that was about what happened surrounding the wrestler situation. And that was actually, I'm sorry, that was what anyone would do in that moment.
We can't watch church from here. This is where the slow janitor lives.
If this becomes like an
Yeah.
OB bashing session,
We're
I'm gonna dip.
out on that.
Yeah, I was just about to say
No,
that. Like, I don't
I'm
want to
not gonna.
debate Opie. I'm just trying to. I don't want to debate Opie.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
She's off topic. Like,
Yeah, but I wanted
don't want to
to
speak about her.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up why we all knew about what happened to Susan, and also who keeps muting Susan, because it's really not fair.
I
if we're
know. Can
talking
you guys
about
stop
her.
muting people? Because, like, this is open.
Yeah, who muted Susan? I
I
thought
would
it
say
just
that I
started
was
talking
sent
in the
things.
chat.
I
I
was
just
sent
checked it.
things,
I
quote
just checked
unquote.
it and I unmuted her because I don't know who muted her. I just unmuted her.
I was sent and told certain evidence. Y'all, it was so long ago. I don't even fucking have, like, my wits about me enough to go digging for it. But I'm sure I could find it. And if I was lied to and I believed it, that's on me.
Can I ask a question to
But
Ashley?
why do you say
And then I
things as
have
fact,
another
like that statement
question.
right there?
Huh?
Can I ask a question to Ashley? And I have one more for Lindsay because I'm curious. Actually, at the same time, can I ask it at the same time?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Did AK ever tell you guys that me and her were friends?
So I got the messages. I mean, to be honest, Mary, I warned AK and told AK that they probably shouldn't continue a friendship with you because you like to troll people and do shady shit. Just being honest. That was what I said. But they never really wanted to end that, and they also said that I don't want to say friends. Like, I never heard AK say that y'all were good friends, but that you were friendly. Does that
Y'all had like
make
a
sense?
weird dynamic from my
Yeah.
understanding. It was very off and on, back and forth, and then but for some reason they would still engage with you, and I did not understand why.
I love you too.
Okay, that's fair. Well, there were some text messages, Lindsay, that AK had sent me saying, like, pretty much that they talked to you all the time about me, and that they told you that we were friends, and that you asked about me and asked about our friendship, and that you were, like, basically saying, like, that's a good thing. So
No, I was more like, why are you friends with this person? What are you getting out of that? Like, this person has done, hateful things and shady things. Why are you talking to somebody like that? I'll be straight up honest with you. I encourage them to end their friendship with you multiple times.
I knew that this right here, what's taken over with this account, I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I think
I'm like, this is bound to happen. This is bound to happen. And my concern was really amplified yesterday when I saw the post summoning somebody that does not ever need to be named out
Yeah,
loud.
the I have receipts for you CR thing, absolutely not.
Well, that was just bait. I wasn't going to do it.
I understand that, but you have
Yeah,
to
but you have to
there's
understand
bigger
that we
outreach
all-
that was affected than just that. There are a lot of people affected by that person.
We all thought that was truth, not a joke, until hours later when we find out that you were just trying to upset or scare AK or whatever. And we're all like,
I was just trying to piss them off.
yeah, but that honestly scared a lot of us because that person has tried to ruin our lives.
I know the feeling.
All I'm saying is that that's not going to help anyone in this situation. What it will do is it will subject ultimately this community that you've got, Mary, to all of that.
I don't have a community. This is just I don't even know what this is. Like, the plan for me is to delete all of the videos on this account and then decide. I don't think I'm going to go live anytime soon unless there's people that like ask that there be a spot for people to talk, but there is really no plan. I'm not an influencer. I don't like do this kind of thing. Even whenever I had this page after the falling out with me and Liz, I didn't really go live except for the freaking casino. Like, I didn't, like, I'm not a live person.
Mary.
So then why take this account back and do this? What was the end goal here?
Oh, I was super pissed that
Why
this page was not
Blackfire
used for good though. Why am I getting chastised for, doing shady shit and stuff like that when AK had been doing that and worse since getting this account? They lied. They did not do good with this account.
Mary.
I think there was
Mary, do you want a community?
Not really.
Well, I guess I should rephrase that because I don't like the word community either. Do you want a group of people who are legitimately your friends and who check in with you and care about you?
Oh yeah, like a little internet thing, like
Yes,
but, like,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. So are you, I feel like, in the grand scheme of things, you have been trying to find that. However, you being you, because of who Mary is and the idea of who Mary is, you keep falling back into the Megatroll Mary. So nobody knows who you are. So can I suggest that this account, like, is dormant, deleted, gone, whatever, and you have your connections now outside of, like, you have all of these people who are connected to you. So use your account and build that community, for lack of a better word, but that group, that friendship, whoever you want it to actually be, and do that outside of this, and stop with this account, stop with the trolling, the whatever you're used to, and actually find people who know you and care about you.
I would agree with that. I'm just going to chime in and piggyback on Jesus for a second because, I mean, you got over 30,000 people here that chose to follow AK who did some shady shit, but also did some good. Regardless, they came here to follow AK. So you're always going to have this mixed sea of drama versus good versus, you know what I mean? Like people who might have followed you in the past, but then people who left or new people that followed AK. I mean, I wouldn't bank on keeping this one with monetization either, just because it's been transferred a couple times. But like whatever your end goal is, I mean, it's your decision. It's your account now. I mean, it was from the beginning, but you're not going to get a bunch of people in here who support you and love your content because they're here for inmate stories and bishdom shit.
Or they're here for bash.
I honestly have a question. Like,
followers.
I don't know what career field you're in, Mary, but if you're not a PI with all of this stuff that you can somehow find, you are in the wrong field.
Oh my god, everybody tells me that.
Is it too late for you to join the police academy, Mary?
Mandy, Mary looked, and you can see that followers were purchased.
Just want to say, just for good measure, that AK did do a lot of good. I may not be really happy with how they handled things, but they're not all bad. And I don't want to be a part of like a bashing session on AK either. I came up, I did find where you find the security and permissions. It's not in privacy and security. So it's in security and permissions, and then you can tap income and verification, which is separate from identity. And in there, you have to put in an OTP code with the email that was set up for the tax verification income, and that is where the W-9 is stored. So if you need me to send screenshots or something somewhere, give me an email or tell me where to do that, and I'd be happy to, just so we can find out, if it needs to be changed or whatever. I don't need proof. I just, if it needs to be changed, it's got to be dealt with.
To address Jen, yes, you're right. A lot of us did not want any part of the hurt. So that's why we're in here. That's why we're in here tonight. So, but I will let y'all know, y'all can take, like, I'm looking at the chat right now and I'm reading it, and I will tell you, there was good that was done. Whether or not y'all believe it, there was community building. There were people that needed help that were helped. Now,
there was also lies and bullshit, though.
There was also
both.
lies and bullshit. So.
There was both. So we're here just telling you our
overshadow
truth.
the good that was done.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan, do you want to come up? Because I feel like if you're not heard, like, you're not going to heal. And I feel like you have a big part of trauma that was caused, and you deserve a space.
No, AK did not lie. I can tell you that the donations went to where they were supposed to go. The ones that I witnessed and that I was there for.
There was always receipts in that department.
Always. And the people who received them showed proof as well.
Hey,
But I
Mel.
can step down. If Susan wants to come up, I'm happy to jump down. You can kick me.
Yeah.
Mel.
Yeah.
What I would like to know is Mary told you that she trusted Barfly.
Back January 2nd, I believe. January 1st, it was around New Year's. Mary said, yes, please let Barfly know that out of the whole group, I trust her more than anybody.
Just making sure Barfly got her answer.
But then she turned into a piece of shit, so I don't care about her anymore.
But you did tell me that, did you not?
Yeah.
Also, will everybody please let everybody know that I'm not a mole for AK? That me and AK mutually hate each other? It's a mutual hate.
Look, I just want everybody to know, like, whatever this is, I hope that even if you shut it down,
AK
that's fine.
said they don't hate you. I'm getting lots of texts. I didn't even know we're here.
Mary, I guess I have a question for Mary. Is what is, like, beyond this account, what is next? Are you going to continually post screenshots of you and AK's conversations or conversations AK had on this account? I guess, what is your next steps here?
AK doesn't speak of me, I don't speak of them.
Hey, I got a great idea, Mary. Why don't you pick a political party and troll the hell out of them?
Can I suggest the Green Party?
As long as nobody mentions me, and the people that don't want to deal with me, and they don't want they don't want the wrath of Mary, don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you. We'll just keep it like that. I'm not gonna just come out of nowhere. I'll keep it like that.
I just want to add one more thing before I go. That I know of 2 lies that AK lied to me about. Okay, just 2. I just made it sound like there was a whole lot of bullshit that went on, and I'm mad, so I'm speaking out of anger. There were 2 lies, but to me, 2 lies is enough, because if you can lie to me about one thing, my next question is, what else have you lied to me about? So I'm gonna hop down. Thank you for letting me speak. If you need help with the tax document, just message me on my other one.
Okay.
And Mary, I don't feel like anybody has a right to ask you what you're going to do with this account, because it was your account to begin with. Just like nobody has a right to ask me what I'm going to do with my account. You'll see when you come. Hopefully you do it for something that is good, but also
I
brings
don't
you
want to
joy.
monetize from any of this. This is like I don't want to monetize or anything. I'm just speaking from how I feel right now is that like I kind of feel like all of this is just like for me, it's kind of like just dead and done. Like I got my point
Yeah.
across. My point across was AK lied to me. They were never my friend. They never took my information off of here. And well, I think the big one for me was the whole they were never my friend. And
And if you don't want to monetize, Mary, you can drop out of the TikTok shop and add a monetization. So you do with the account what you want.
I got my point across, and I'm just kind of like, okay, this is like everybody else has their issues. But I kind of, like Ashley said, like there's so much shit going on in the world, and I have finals and I have all kinds of stuff going on in my actual life, and I do need to take a break from this. That's why AK and I didn't talk for a while, is because like my real life is like always popping. It's whenever I do have that free time, it's like madness on the internet. But I made my point, like I made my point of what I was here for, and it might not have been the best approach, but that's just my approach.
I'm just gonna say, like, I don't know how this affects anybody else personally, but I know for me that anything surrounding hate or shitty behavior or whatever you want to call it, it drains every ounce of energy I have, which is very minimal these days. But like hating on each other on the internet, like, and just being a part of all that drama, it wipes me the fuck out. So I don't know if that's the same for anybody else. That's why I try to do like a little positive of an approach on my profile and try to keep people laughing. But it will drain you. It will
Yeah, well,
exhaust you.
I think that's what we're all saying. Like Ashley, this came into my real life. My daughter was doxxed
I'm
on the
not going to
internet.
condone that on any fucking day of the week, ever.
But I'm just saying, like, we've all been exhausted. And, other than a couple screenshots I put up in February, I was quiet.
Hey, Victoria, have you ever made a troll page on me?
No.
Never.
No. That's the other thing I want to talk about was I had 4 accounts. I have this account. I have my backup. I had the account that I had God Hates Ugly on. And I had one other one. And
Jake Wolf.
yes, and they were used to watch other accounts and lives and report back, blah, blah, blah. But I have not used them to expose people, spill tea. Most of them, if I was like on a backup and I had a video, I sent it to people and it linked them back to that account. So like, that's my whole point here, is that anytime I've had to say anything about somebody or to somebody, I've done it with my whole face and my whole chest.
Okay, because I do have proof that it was told to me that you were.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Who is
ladies,
whole?
Thank you for allowing me to come up.
Who is
I'm gonna
whole?
bow out.
What does that say?
Okay.
That is not me.
What?
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Ashley.
Oh, a whole lot of BS. Yes, that was the one. I couldn't think of the name of it. Thank you. When I
And
came
just to
into
refresh your memory, you had the one about Tara. The TG numbers is a lie.
Back to my point of AK had, said in text messages to me, and I will send them if you need, but they were like, that's Victoria. That's how they talked on the Jake Wolf. I didn't know you were Jake Wolf until AK said that to me in a text. They're like, that's how Victoria talks on the JK or the Jake Wolf account. And so then I was like, it was kind of like I feel like I was getting primed and ready to like
Wolf account, did they tell you?
No.
I made peace with Sassy Potato, and they were supposed to be like leaving AK alone. And then AK went back in and kept digging at the potato after I got them to leave AK alone. And that was the only thing I did with that account. I messaged the potato. I tried to make peace with Sassy Potato with that account.
So that's wild. I believed that AK was telling me that these guy
Mm.
has been. I have this in text. I'm just saying like where I'm coming from of like when they were like get Victoria, I was like, okay, cool, because
Question, Victoria, did you not have a story that went from your house to Mary's house?
Absolutely did. Actually, it didn't go from my house. It
There
went
you
from
go.
the city of Buffalo to Mary's town, her
There you go.
house. But yep, I sure
before or
did.
after I doxed you?
That was, remember when you took the screenshot of a video and you started trying to make an account of me? And I said, if you fuck with me or my family, fuck around and find out. And I did the map of from Buffalo to where
It was a
your
couple
town
months
is.
ago.
Yeah.
It was
So that's
about a
okay
month
to
ago.
do.
Yeah.
So wait a
It was
minute, that's okay to do, but not. Oh, okay. I guess okay. Everybody got their lines.
You
I
got
guess.
it, Mary? You got it, Mary?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah? Okay.
Huh?
Everybody's welcome to play, but when Mary plays, it's like, oh my god.
Bingo.
Is there a whole ass fight going on in the comments?
I don't know. I'm trying. I like.
Not
I
been
feel like
looking at
there's
them.
half
I don't know.
conversations going on. I'm super confused.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly what's happening. Barfly's in the comments trying to sow discontent between us and Mary, Mary and Mel, me and Mel. Don't ask me why. Don't really care. Not gonna let her do it.
Mary, can I speak for you for a second? And you can tell me if I'm wrong. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Nobody is Mary's friend, and everyone is Mary's friend. The end.
I would say I have known
Nailed
Mary
it.
for almost a year. The end of May will be a year that me and Mary has been talking. Mary
Wait, okay,
is
Mel.
a friend.
Mary, or Mel, you and Mary were not friends, and then we're friends, and then
Right.
we're not friends, and then we're friends, right?
No, there's only been one time that me and Mary stopped talking in the past year.
I'm just saying, like,
Mary, can I ask you a question? Because I feel like I haven't actually ever addressed you about anything.
I know you haven't.
So I've been like consistent in saying I don't fuck with you. I mean, that's true, right?
Until you fuck with me.
But I've been consistent in saying I don't fuck with you.
Right?
And I haven't fucked with you.
Until you did.
Which was when?
The whole map situation.
Okay, but that was after you made an account of me.
no.
Yes. Yes. Mary changed the Sunny account to me. Misty texted me and told me that the Sunny account was now me and had shit on it about me. And then I said, hold on, I'm going to respond now. And Misty responded with the running person. And I posted the map from Buffalo to the town that Mary lives in with the song Fuck Around and Find Out.
That's
Misty,
true.
is that what happened?
That's true.
Thank you.
Can I interject here? Can we please just normalize going our separate ways and
I would love that. I
being
tried
weird about not you, not in particular. I'm not at you. Sorry. Just going our separate ways and peacefully leaving each other alone.
I would love that. I would have loved that. I would have loved to not get a text message on Easter night that there had been lives for 3 days in a row talking about how I was about to be exposed. And then on Monday, I got doxxed. I would love that.
Victoria, this is kind of like I've had this when everything happened back in early March.
Yeah.
I think that I think that you thought that we dropped you as a friend because of AK, when in fact I won't speak for everybody, I will speak for myself. Your first reaction was to jump and expose AK, right? And so I thought in my mind, like, okay, if she's willing to expose AK because they're not friends anymore, what is she going to do all of us if something happens between all of us? And that is when I was like, why can't people just stop being friends? Which message? The text to me personally?
No, the one that I put in the little like group conversation that just had a few of us. It was the one that AK left. And then it was just some of us left in there.
I don't think that I did because remember I was on vacation. I
Yes.
can.
So I wrote in there that a specific person or two people were going to expose AK. And that they were going to go live. And then
Okay, yes, now I remember that.
I said, this isn't my fight. They have a right to use their voice. And I'm just here to watch it, basically, is what I said. So I had no intentions of like this big exposure tour. I wanted to just walk away.
Looking in, like you were making videos and like you were tagging those two people. And it looked like there was a collective of it was going to be you and those two exposing AK. You know what I mean? So to other people, it looked like shit if we aren't friends.
And it very much felt like it was transactional. I don't think you know a single thing about me. I know a ton about you because we made sure it was about you. Nothing about me, nothing about the other people in there. And then you got pissy at AK, and then all of a sudden it was our fault, and then now you're gone.
I never said it was your fault.
I'm not saying my fault specifically.
No, I mean like your plural. I don't.
Shit.
Maybe we can do this like a different time.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to say I haven't made videos.
Agree with
about
that. Yeah, no,
you.
that's fine.
I haven't made videos.
Not me.
No, you,
Not me.
your group. I haven't. Anything I'm talking about is talking about the people directly around AK.
Hey
I'll hold my
guys,
tongue.
it is.
I'll hold my tongue.
I hate to do this, I really do, but
Can we
I
go
have
to
to
bed?
be up in 3 hours for softball tournament, for a full day of softball tournaments for my daughter, so I need to go to bed. But somebody else could go have a live and go over there.
Okay, send me pictures tomorrow.
Mary, before you go, just don't let her.
I haven't even been reading the comments. I've been like, I have been sleeping.
Look, I'm gonna say if AK couldn't come between us, I ain't worried about Barfly.
No, I'm just saying, cause like, yeah, that is you, Barfly, causing problems.
Okay, Mary, send me pictures tomorrow. I want to see.
Susan, I did not make the Noel account. That was not me.
No, go ahead and blame me. Everything else gets blamed on me. I don't care. Hell, I'm still the villain, TikTok villain. So whatever.
I thought I won the villain.
I
Well,
thought you. I don't know who did.
It's me and you together.